So, it's been a while. What does anyone remember about what you guys were up to?
I think we got on a
Buddies.
boat.
That's factually correct, yes. You were prepping to get on a boat. Any other details about what may or may not have happened?
Oh yeah,
I
we were
don't like any of
visited
what
by
happened.
Dayman.
Um, that's not correct. But there are elements of truth there, I suppose. That's
Okay, fine. We were
that's
visited by a dragon that looks like Dayman.
Okay, all right. So we're get yeah, that is much less, Santa died on the cross for us. I appreciate that. Um, and there was a dragon visit, and some other stuff too, but that was the near end of the session. Big thing. He visited and he seemed very chill and happy to find you guys there, thriving, um, moisturized in your own lane. Although he did say some
Yeah, I think
oddly
the
ominous
problem is
things.
that we weren't in our own lane.
there there was some ominous things about, maybe stick to certain lanes and such. But he for a dragon, he seemed quite welcoming. He was a little bit out of touch, we'll say, for a dragon especially. He was like, okay, war on another continent. Right, I remember that. He was a little bit like, I don't know. With Fox News, all the grandparents are kept desperately in touch with the worst things. A little bit like a survivalist or just someone in like Indochina in the 1800s hearing about something happening in like South America. They're like, "Oh yeah, I might have read about that."
In my
Um,
head canon, I'd like to imagine that he was thinking about the War of the Mark.
he honestly could have been. Yeah, he's that kind of. There was a thing happening, right? Or Karn the Conqueror's efforts. Yeah, it's like, right, right,
Yeah.
right. There was a unification happening. I remember that. Uh, but you guys were able to convince him that you're a colony of refugee slash artistes, and that's he vibes with that. He liked that and said, well, stick to that and it'll all be good, but don't spread out past the main island, please. With yeah, he just seemed to think that was a good idea, and nobody told him otherwise, and he left. Um, But you guys were also prepping for a trip to, I mean, realistically, they're all tropical paradises, but you're heading for a trip to another tropical paradise, Kulcusp Island, where you hope to find among the ruins there basically a very old contract with a elemental, uh, pretty notorious elemental that should, you know, hopefully give access to some stuff that will break the siege in Gizbokul and add yet another allied clan to your guys' effort. And I
Our
think
collection.
yeah, that's about where we left off. Um, whether you had some downtime options in Mishann, but you were getting ready to head out. Was there anything further that you might have forgotten to mention last time, or just that you thought of now that you guys would like to do? Um, so far, you have with you Hala. Uh, um, boy, I can tell it's been a while. Ludger's wife, his two children, his daughter Hatia of 12 years old and Klaus of 9. Um, some necroforged guards with him. I mean, excuse me, some patriotic Parnathi guards, and of course, your uh, default captain of the ship, kind of. Uh, Casca Elway
Listen,
Rub.
we got to give her the
And
title of captain, considering like she's got to get something out of all this.
she
Like
already has
at
a title
least
of best mage in the Wave Rub clan. She has a couple titles, but yeah, yeah, you could captain would be fair. Uh, and you had successfully recruited the archaeologist Roslyn Rospin, which she seemed very excited about heading to another giant ruin. And yeah, was there anyone else or anything else? Oh, and you're leaving your horse to watch the shady watch over the shady lady. That was the decision was your horse is going to be spying on the probably innocent noblewoman.
that's the noble woman who is almost certainly of like non-reptilian nature.
Right,
Uh,
yeah.
something
Lizard
something.
people.
Lizard people conspiracy. Uh, Only comment I have to add, and this is more a reminder to myself as it is to you. When we get back from all this and we have downtime again, Ludger is going to begrudgingly commission a refrigerator from Purser.
Right, right. Yeah, okay. Actually, that's a good point. I think your wife was aiming to, and that would like she
Yeah, it
went
was
in
a
to do
classic
so,
case of Purser was like working on it, and Hala like casually like drops by and like peeks through the window, and like
and he was talking with
a
someone. Yeah,
day or two later, like Ludger comes begrudgingly, like hat in hand, with the money to like commission a refrigerator.
that's fair. Okay. Um, but barring that, departing on this date is a pretty simple affair. The dour Casca Wayrub is already aboard and being absolutely peppered with questions by Roslyn. She's not answering many of them, and she's like, there's every nonverbal cue that she wants the woman to leave her alone. But Roslyn is either not picking up on them or ignoring them. Almost all of them are related to, you know, how exactly the Wayrobe clan interacts with their knowledge of the so-called honored ancients. It is very, one could call it a little tactless, but regardless, it's not too bad. Uh, Hala, for her part, is waiting nearby with Katya and Klaus. She looks nervous while the children both seem very excited about the prospect of a trip on this very fancy big ship. Ludger, the two guards from your unit are behind them, patiently waiting to board. And all that's left is for you guys to do so.
Okay, at least for a moment, I'm going to like kind of stick with my family and board with them. Like
Yeah,
I
I,
can
I
obviously
figured.
go, I can link up with the other party members later, but strikes me that like
It's a big
this
ship,
is
but it's
a
not Titanic sized. Yeah, you'd very much talk with them. Yeah. And um, does the rest of the party want to board this, or you guys just is this the limit for your characters? And you decide, nope, I'm just gonna stay in the colony for now.
No, Purser's gonna just like already be on board, just
Yeah,
hanging
that's
out.
fair. Probably, honestly, Rosslyn probably like peppered you with everything that you know that you've seen in the clans before moving on to your poor beleaguered captain. Um, how's our little moth person? You can just say if she's there, not if you don't want to talk much.
She'll go.
Okay. Um, and how is our monk man, Balthazar?
He's doing all right. He's just getting ready to get on the boats. Probably just prepping.
Okay. Yeah, it's one of the it's not there's no boarding call, but there's very much everybody is going on board now. So if he is all ready to go, then I suppose you could do the monk thing and like try and run on the water behind the ship. That'll get tiring pretty quick. Uh, So yeah, once everybody's on board, uh, there is for something that big, I wouldn't be just a gangplank. It would be like a ladder, basically. Um, Once everybody is on board, the ship basically disembarks from the still, we'll say still being repaired. We'll be generous. Um, Harbor or docks, and with the usual like unnaturally smooth acceleration, ship sets out, and within an hour or so, you lose sight of Mishann. It's pretty it's startlingly fast for people who have not been on here before, which is a couple of your guests, so to speak. And let's see here. Open that up. And yeah, so I'm just gonna go basically by day because it is a um, long trip. Is there anything you guys would want to do on the first day of sailing, which will end, if I remember correctly, about here? Let me get your token over here.
Uh,
No.
so Purser just does his usual stuff. I do want to inform you that I can't connect to the Roll20 server, so I won't be able to see any visual cues. Just
Ah, okay.
to let you know.
Fair enough. Sorry to hear that.
Me
Is it
too.
just not liking
It,
you,
it,
or
it's just my internet being dumb.
fair enough.
And
I
Roll20
mean,
is
I'm in a hotel, so
pretty heavy.
I'm lucky as much as I can be with this.
Right.
All right. Oh, good, cool. We will be getting Zach.
Even better.
Yes, that's very good. But yeah, so you guys, yeah, about 112 miles a day. You get out to here before the ship has to basically rest, so to speak, or at least regain its charge. Um, and the weather is pretty good so far, especially sticking this close to the coast. Uh, it's largely just swaths of unbroken jungle coastline going along. It's a pretty nice day, and night falls. And now I will ask, given how you guys usually do the night stuff, you have, well, like two more combat capable people. Do you want to continue doing the sleepless pick combined with Bemi, who I can roll for until he shows up, or do you want to use pick and Ludger until Bemi reappears? 'Cause that's
I'm willing to step up.
okay. Yeah, I
Um,
mean,
oh, and
sleep is
I was
really
going to
not an
add,
issue for this party. So
yeah,
yeah,
I was going to add earlier, in terms of what I'm doing on the first day. I imagine that this is a day that Klaus and Tatia are like probably doing the most, like exploring the ship and running around and being like little hellions. So
yeah,
like
yeah,
the first day is basically like cat herding the two kids as they
yeah.
like not a like stay in your room and be insufferable, but definitely like a keeping a watchful eye on them as they run around and
It both
like
helps and
explore the
hurts
ship.
that this is very much not a typical ship where like normally there'd be a proper, pretty sizable crew here, but because of the nature of this thing, there's pretty much just the helmsman and whoever you bring with you. So it's a big space that's very empty, which means they're not getting in a lot of people's way. Also means there's like fewer people to grab them as they like peer over the edge of the ship and things like that. Typical 9 and 12-year-old things. But yeah, that's an absolutely fair thing. Also, welcome, Zach.
Hey.
We have just started out. The first day of sailing has gone by as you guys have left the settlement of Mishann and are on your way to the new scenic tropical paradise of Kolkasp Island.
All right.
Ludger is bringing his family. You guys also brought an archaeologist specializing in giant ruins from the prestigious University of Moorgrave. But yeah, Purser's a big fan of Moorgrave University, as is Dan. But yeah, you guys are sailing along, and I was just asking, and of course, I've been assuming, do you want to do a night watch, or you just, we're on the ocean, what could happen? I kind of assumed not, but I just wanted to check.
I mean, Bemmy will do. If nobody does the watch, Bemmy's at least going to do it for like.
Oh no, you guys have it down at this
'cause-
point where you have Sleepless Moth covers half,
Yeah.
Bemmy or Ludger cover the other half. Like I was saying, this is not a party that needs much sleep.
No.
Cool.
Yeah.
Pick mostly cares that she just gets to watch her shows at night.
Right, and to Pick's credit, the number of there's now 4 channels.
You have
Ooh.
HBO. You have
Yeah,
HBO.
there's 2 children who dream. There's actually half elves. Half elves, do they still trance?
No.
Okay, yeah.
Damon didn't trance. I remember that.
Okay. Yeah, then in that case, there's Balthazar's dreams, there's the 2 kids' dreams, there's Hala's dreams, there's that archaeologist, she dreams, and there's Purser.
Well, she watches
yeah,
Purser all the time. It's the first time he's going to go to sleep without Pick watching him
little
sleep.
moth eyes. And I think Balthazar just made a habit of locking his sleeping quarters against you. So
I don't think
yeah,
she ever tried that with me, so maybe not.
no, I know she tried at least once, but I think you were just like, no, I zipped my tent up. Because it was because she was
Now it's just-
letting in other bugs when she just would open the tent and wander in the middle of the night.
Now it's just going to be a moth lady staring at children as they sleep.
Yes.
This is fine.
Which is there do you give
Is that fine, Luker?
I was gonna say, Ludger, is there a heads up given to your wife and children, or
I would let them know.
okay.
Listen, honey, you may have a bug staring at you the whole night. It's about the size of one of our children. Just don't mind. Just don't pay attention to it.
It's fine, yeah. Which I would
If
say
it starts
the kids
to mimic
are
the voices, definitely don't look at it.
yeah, the kids are excited about. But Hala does request Ludger that you lock, that you basically
Keep your
I don't
moth
think there's
outside.
rooms, but yeah, there's definitely space in the lower deck to set up proper tents things, or just tarps around various shipping boxes and things. So she would request that the moth not steer at her while she's sleeping, and she's not thrilled. She's met Pick. Pick is odd but harmless, but she's still not super fond of the watching while sleeping element. I'm assuming here, Ludger, it is absolutely your wife, so you could correct me, but I feel like she might be leery about it.
No, I imagine that's
Kind of weird.
that's in character.
That tracks.
Cool. Okay, then yeah, but the kids are excited about it, and their dreams are very different than Purser's. If nothing else, just in that they dream about different things. I won't say they're brighter, but they are just a little bit more abstract in a lot of ways than I feel like even Purser's dreams are a little bit regimented. I could be wrong there, but that's how I always imagined him. But if I could get
Oh yeah.
if I could get 2 perception checks from one from Pick and one from either Ludger or Bemmy with advantage because you have a fiery kitty helping.
And I'll do the second one since Harry.
You made it? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it could easily be a three shift one, and that way you don't have to be out of bed as long.
Ooh.
My sheet is deeply considering. It just
Pondering.
Oh, there it goes.
Pondering the moth orb.
God damn it! Sorry, that is
You-
incorrect.
You guys. Okay. So with a 23, 23, and a 17, or no, a 20, yeah, you guys are very much on alert throughout the night, but other than the sound of the very, very slight waves lapping against the ship, there's just not much to see. I'm aware there's no tides, but we're going to say there's still some waves. And yeah, the night goes by without any major events beyond. It does take a while to get the kids to actually go to sleep initially because they're just excited about the idea of, um, I don't know, what would they call pick? Would like you have asked them to call pick something respectful or like as, Miss Cha or something or like,
Anti-cha-cha.
well, yeah, I'm not sure like what Ludger would have instructed them to call her.
Yeah, it would have been like something respectful.
Yeah, like I'm imagining the German child rearing method is it's a little harsh sometimes. So there's probably like Miss Cha. Um, but yeah, they're
Well, it's
excited
like
about
combination
Miss
of
Cha.
that and like the fact that like I imagine like Tala is even more about that sort of thing, given that like yeah, she's like you know a recent like kind of yeah, she basically has you know been bouncing around enough her whole life that she like very much is like very big on the whole be respectful to others because like trying not to be the like target of like flack given that like you know half elf marrying a Carnathy, especially one that's like a non-noble like officer uh
Yeah, that's fair. It's
like
not too big. It wasn't a huge deal. The half elves have a pretty strong presence on Kurover, but yeah, it would be, she would be respectful about it, and you want to pick. They're big on picking up things from cultures they're living in. I remember that much. So
not to
yeah,
yeah I was
Miss,
gonna
they're
say
happy. All right, go
yeah
ahead.
I was gonna say not to mention like with her I would say pretty much her general personality is very stern and like reserved uh so
But yeah, they're big on respect towards Miss Cha, but at the same time, they are excited about having like this weird moth lady do things where she says she can see them. Like that's cool. That's a cool thing where she says she can see dreams and stuff. Um, so, but the night does go by uneventfully, and the next day starts off. It's not a bad day, but I'd say about uh, halfway through the day, you do start to get some smur blowing in from the ocean, which, yeah, of course, it's a Scottish word, but that is a word describing. I don't know if any of you have been like on the shoreline or out in the water enough. It's not quite like mist. It's when it feels like it's raining, but it's genuinely too small for it. It's sort of a precipitation mixed with just moisture in the air from the ocean and a lot of wind blowing it out. It combined with like fog. It's very odd. It's one of the. It's basically just really really dense fog is what it feels like.
The humidity is at 150%.
Despite it not being that warm. Like in this case it is, but it's a very odd thing. And like I said, of course the Scottish have that name because so I think they get like 4 hours of sunlight a year. But um or at least direct sunlight. But yeah, it's there's a bit of smur blowing in on the western wind all day. It's kind of frustrating because the rainy season is supposed to be ending, um, and the trade winds mean that this coast receives a lot less rain anyways normally. But regardless, something about the soaking moisture in the air is kind of off-putting. from that point on in the day, the light of the sun seems dimmer through that haze, and the darkness of night does come quickly.
Ugh.
Yeah, there's a lot less lamp, or more, I guess, depending on how you wanna. People light things up quicker.
More
But
artificial
as
lamp.
nowhere near as good, yeah. Um, but as night falls, all of your shadows seem almost animated, flickering oddly, stretching out well past where they should. But it kind of reminds you, Ludger, a little bit of some parts of Karnath have seasons. Usually it's winter, but certain forests and things like that it's just dark and gloomy, and there's just a dread in the air. It's very similar to that, even though the environment's completely different. It is not like cold and snowy. This is, it's still tropical. It's just there's a gloom in the air.
Yeah, I imagine it's very similar to the idea of like when you live in a valley, night comes very quickly.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. But yeah, night falls, and if I can once again get perception checks from either Pick and Ludger or Pick and Bemmy, with advantage because of glowing kitty.
Gotcha.
Okay, 23 and 24. Okay. Uh, and did it looks like
Not this
our
are just randomly.
but well, I mean,
I
he
woke
could have
up.
been up. He could have been up late. That's fine.
Don't worry,
So
guys, I got this.
we'll split into three shifts, so to speak. Nothing wrong with that. So the first shift, Pick, it is gloomy. It is unpleasant. Even with Pearl helping, it's just hard to summon the energy to enjoy Lamp like usual. You're hoping the dreams are brighter things tonight will distract you, and that goes by without incident. And Bemmy, during your watch, very similar. It's just, even though you can see just fine in the dark, it almost feels like it's just the light is kind of is pulled out of things. And near the end of your shift, when you're getting ready to go wake up Balthazar, there is an explosion of water off the port bow, and the deck is pelted with seawater filled with seaweed, driftwood, other detritus. But there's no visible attackers, and the sound of waves lapping against the side is soon the only thing to be heard. What would you like to do?
I like to think that Bemmy's just sitting at the front of the ship, and he's just like, "Well, shift's almost over." Her splash, and he's just covered in all kinds of bullshit, and then goes in, wakes up Balthasar, and goes, "I got wet. Your turn. Good night."
As you go down and tell Balthazar, probably dripping wet, like visibly wet, you affirm that indeed you have been soaked. There is an awful wailing from the deck, and loud enough that everybody on the ship hears that, no matter how deep you're sleeping. What would you guys like to do?
Be upset because now I have to go back outside.
Be upset that some fucking sea rat woke me up.
Oh, it's not rats. I'm not that mean.
No.
They're on fire, obviously.
Purser's just gonna stomp his way over from whatever corner he was tucked away in. And
Yeah, there's plenty of space I mean, you can't quite set up your tower, but there's plenty of space to set up.
mhm.
I guess this is a downgrade for Purser.
It's still
But
very spacious, and I have I guess a lot of corners and nooks I can hide in, so
oh
people
yeah,
don't
yeah,
bother me.
yeah. I imagine the bothering thing was a bit of an issue because there's children and children tend to bother. But
I think Pick would like the kids and keep them distracted. She'd find them exciting.
yeah, there
So at
you
least
go.
when Purser's like, "Oh my god, these kids are a nuisance," Pick is like, "This is exciting."
Pick's basically one of them.
Yeah, Pick's basically one of them. Just like, this is
Leading them on
amazing.
adventures.
I
Yep.
was gonna say, there's a strong chance that rather than corral them, like she leads them to even like greater ways to annoy Purser.
No, she would lead them on
Purser likes
quests.
lamp. Purser likes lamp, so bring him lots of lamp oil. I've learned this.
And then I get back to like my impromptu lab, and it's all just like slippery.
I spilled some. That's okay. He likes lamp.
I have done nothing but bring lamp oil for the last 3 days.
Yeah. So it's sounding like going up. It's sounding like this is not a turnover in bed and ignore the horrific, ungodly screeching.
I mean, we could.
You could. This is a game about choice. But barring that, if you guys do head up to the deck, you see some stuff, which I will describe in a moment. So as you guys go up, you see that those piles of like refuse and driftwood and seaweed have animated, and they're standing up in vaguely humanoid forms. And rolling out of the shadows near the edge of the ship is a large cloaked figure that seems to trail a terrifying hunger as it drifts downwards towards you. And 1 sec, I'm gonna put you on the map, and you guys can roll initiative.
My fists are magical now, right?
I don't know.
That's at level 6.
We're level 7.
You are. Yeah. All right. There we go. And I'll even put this guy on there. Okay. Yes.
It occurs to me that I forgot to level up. If we
When?
are if wait, we are level 6. Sorry, 7, right?
Yeah, you've been level 7 for a while.
Yeah, we're level 7.
Yeah.
Huh.
You're a fighter. Just take a second.
I mean, that would be
Yeah.
badass because it's been like the last several fights. It's like, if you've been keeping up, then you're good.
Well, the whole thing is, if I remember correctly, like I'm not sure how much of the recent fights I've even been part of between Fort Jackson and
Yeah,
the
that's true.
like the mini hiatus. So
It's been a little bit.
He's been bit.
Yeah.
in any case,
So-
like I am a fighter. So
and you do fight things. Okay. So, you guys, I'm gonna move you. I moved you forward a little bit so you're not like. There's basically a series of ladders to come out of the porthole here, and yeah. What it looks like Bemi is up first. Shocker. Bemi, what would you like to do?
Um.
Oh, and I'll post images of what they look like so you guys have fun little things to help the theater of the mind.
Let's see. Um. Bemi's just gonna nudge. Uh. Why? Ludger. He's gonna nudge Ludger with his elbow, and then he's gonna point at the big bad looking scary thing here. He's just like, "What you say? Cut the head out the snake?" And then he's just gonna shoot 3 times at the big bee, the big one there.
Okay. All right.
So we have 1 attack. I'm assuming that's a hit.
Actually, yes, that hits. That is a
Okay.
hit.
Actually, I'd be like, "Well, guys, we're dead." All right. 21.
Also hits.
Okay. And a 22. Okay, awesome. So with that,
Its AC does not change depending on each successive hit.
actually, because fuck you. So here we go. We've got doop, doop, doop. I don't think any of these are sneaks, right? Everyone knows we're here. So.
No, unless you're standing still to gain advantage, and then you get the
I
first one
mean,
is a sneak.
I'm not gonna get that until next level. So
Oh, right. Okay, fair enough.
so right
Then
now
no, they
I'm
are
at
not sneaks.
28 plus 2, 30. 30 points of damage
Okay.
onto this Bama Jamma here. And now I will move here.
And your bow is magical, and that's a good thing. Okay.
And I always do that. I did it with Oscar. I'm doing it with him. Doing it with Bemmy. I forgot to bonus action Hunter's Mark, but that's okay. That's fine. I'll let it go. It'll be
Now you know what you want to do next turn.
yep.
It's a built-in, yeah. I regularly do that with my wizard, where it's like the first attack should never fucking hit him, and I never remember that he has reflexive illusion built into him.
Yeah.
All right, so
Quick question. That
yes.
blue aura around it, is that a physical effect or something invisible?
It's you would say the air there seems particularly gloomy. That's what I'll say
Okay.
for that. But yeah, Ludger, if you are leveled up and ready for fun things, what would you like to do?
Okay, Ludger. Well, you know, join in with what Bammy suggested, and we'll basically like mag dump into the bad guy.
Okay.
So he is going to action surge, which, if memory serves me correctly, that's 4 attacks. Yes.
Hmm.
Okay. So boom, boom. Of fucking course.
Hey,
Woodley.
I cannot roll a fucking action surge without getting this bullshit. 17.
okay, 17. Let me look it up. Okay, 17. Yes, I know. All right, critical fumble, weapon attacks, range weapon. 17 is. Where is it? Oh, that's melee. Shooting. Here we go. Oh, okay. It's just a miss. It would normally be, whoops, you hit something within 10 feet, but there's nothing else. It's just a miss. So, 20.
Okay. Final attack.
I have to grab a box of tissues. I'll be right back.
Quite all right.
Okay. Before it gets declared, I am using 2 of my superiority die for precision attack to add my superiority die to that 14 and that 13. So I have a better chance of hitting. So first one, 16, and second one, 15.
Okay. Those hit. Everything
Okay,
hits.
so that
Oh,
is
except the crit fail.
that it. Yeah, so that is 3 hits. 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
Right, one
Good.
moment.
Your weapon is magical. That's a good thing.
Hold up, something's. Why didn't it? That's annoying. It didn't add the sharpshooter damage for reason. Oh yeah, I didn't click it. Duh. So that is that is 61 piercing damage.
Okay. All right.
Oh, we can reach out and touch people. Ah,
Yeah, nothing's stopping us.
Okay. Yeah, it's badly injured and looks like it's not doing great, but it's still not quite bloodied. And anything else?
uh, no, I will. Yeah, I do that, and I kind of semi like for flavor brace for like that coming attack because you know I know me and Bemmy are probably about to get focused.
I mean, yeah, maybe if you deal that kind of damage, they might think that you're a threat. All right. So let's see. Oh, neat. They hover. This boy here, who is up next, is going to move towards you, Ludger, hovering all the while. And let's see. And it is going to. Yeah, he's just gonna try and whack you. One. Let's see. 20 to hit.
Yep, that hits. That hits.
Okay. 9 bludgeoning and 7 necrotic. So a total of 16, and you are grappled and restrained. As this thing, like, as it slams into you, it's less that it seems it's hitting you and more like it just impacts you, and like the weird seaweed and coral and driftwood that it's made of is just like engulfing you kind of as it loses some of its form, as it's just like trying to grab you. And that's its turn. This guy going dash get. Oh, you know what? Actually, he doesn't need dash. He can go here. Bemmy is gonna do.
mhm.
You know what? He is going to do a. It as it hovers towards you, it doesn't make any physical attacks towards you. And I need
Staring
a con
contest.
saving throw as.
Yeah, staring contest. We're doing a staring contest. That's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah, that's what it is. If I could get a con saving throw there, Bemmy,
Get a +1.
as it's starting to get hard to breathe.
Oh, we're holding our breath. That's the game. All right.
Okay. 1 sec. You take.
Poor Bebby reminds me of those people that are like, tell you this horrific story from their childhood that was like a game.
Yep.
And you're like, no. Oh my God, they weren't teaching you how to box. They were just beating you.
Yeah. So Bammy, you take 11 necrotic damage, and you begin choking as your lungs fill with water and ocean debris. And yeah, you're currently drowning on dry land, and that's his turn. Pick what would you like to do?
Can I just? Oh, okay. Go no. Go ahead. I'll do it on my turn. It'll be beautiful.
Pick.
Okay. It's just got an aura of freakiness. All right. I'm going to dart over here.
Are there any bystanders on the deck with us?
There are not. Everybody was below deck. Yeah.
Is this thing going down?
That is the grating that, yeah, if you were to slip down in there, you would be in the lower decks. Well, lower
Okay.
deck.
And how tall is this thing, and can I stand on it?
That is about 20 feet tall, and yes, you could stand on it,
Okay.
but your feetsies tingle a little bit when you land on it. That is the control orb. for
Oh,
the ship.
okay.
Can I like feel her touching it since I've been driving?
Yeah, if you've been driving, you could I mean, if you've been driving, you can feel like the ship's skin is your skin. Like you can feel and see through all of it. Yeah.
I know everything, but I figure like directly touching the helm is probably something that's like high alert.
Yeah,
pig
yeah.
feets.
There's a strong tingle, strong tingles. It's like not quite a toothache, but like a tooth itch. You can definitely tell that someone is standing on the helm.
Oof. Pick off of that. Beck has no idea. She's just like weird on my little Pete's, but she just
Tingles.
but just settles in and is going to take a shot at the guy going after Bimmy.
He's not doing anything to Bemmy, but Bemmy is like clawing his throat and looking
Bemmy
upset. I
doesn't
think.
seem like he's okay.
It's okay, Daddy Purser's here to take care of everything.
That is a thing. Yes.
I mean, if oh god, no, there's like you said, it's water and debris in his
Yeah.
lungs, right?
Yep.
Well, with him like trying to like throw up and there's seaweed literally coming out of his nose and just hanging and swinging like a pendulum.
Actually, I'm going to do something different. We're going to try. I don't get to put my sneak on it, but was and 15 foot on. No, I had wanted Sacred Flame. I'm sorry.
Good. No problem. Okay. So it will do a deck save as it feels unpleasant. Let's see. Okay. Dex.
Pick is also gauging its reaction to see if it doesn't particularly like the lamp power of the lamp.
It fails the save, and no, it doesn't seem to like the power of the lamp. But not to the extent where like it immediately explodes and is engulfed in awful. It just
Okay.
doesn't like lamp.
Okay.
All right. But you heard it, and that's a good thing. Cool.
And that is. Oh.
Let me just look to see if anything happens. Okay.
Sorry about the tooth itch purser. She doesn't know.
He's had worse.
Actually, pretty regular, yeah. Speaking of which, Purser, it is your turn. What would you like to do? This thing is currently like half engulfing Ludger. Bemmy's coughing a lot.
So,
yeah, that's fine.
I take a glance over at Pemmy and like narrow my eyes and think for a moment. And then I will spend a 4th level spell slot to cast Air Bubble on all of us.
Fair enough. Okay, I like that.
Purser's always prepared.
To avoid suffocation, swimming. Okay, share the same respiratory system. All right, you know what? So I'm gonna that the way this works is it will absolutely help Bemmy. Your lungs are free of debris and seawater. But it's very much like someone put a fishbowl on your head because you just immediately throw it all up into the fishbowl, and it's like it's not stopping you from breathing. It's just below your nose, and it's just like sloshing in there in the bubble around your head. But you can breathe again.
It's there for 4 hours or 24 hours. You're welcome.
Oh man!
And then I'll saunter over here and draw my scimitar.
Okay.
And that'll be it.
Cool. Yeah, so Benny, you're good. It's just like every time you move, it's very much like a sloshing.
It's
But
you said it's at his nose.
up to his nose, so you can breathe. But there is you're currently like that deep. Your neck, your whole lower half of your face is filled with rancid seawater and various seaweed and things like that. But you can breathe. That's the important part. And it is this guy's turn. And let's see. It's got a dash to get either way. That pick is about 20 feet up, he said. Yeah, you know what? Gonna dash up the pick. Hovering up to be level where you are. Can't do anything, but, they'll go there. And it's this guy's turn. Uh, Purser, you were so kind as to come close, so it's going to, yeah, just gonna whack you. Try and hit you.
Oh.
18 to hit.
18 hits.
Nice. Okay. They don't. Well, I don't think they have much of a bonus. They're just rolling well. Okay.
I'm also
11.
not wearing my armor right now.
Oh yeah, that was it. Okay. 11 bludgeoning and 5 necrotic. Total of
Ouch.
16. And you are grappled and restrained as the thing starts like sloshing over you in the same way that the other one did with Ludger.
Yeah.
And Balthazar, what'd you like to do? The shadow thing does look like it's been hurt. It has been badly hurt. Maybe not quite to bloodied, but probably very close.
I'll just get behind this thing.
Help
Action,
Ludger out. Yeah.
activate my stando powers.
Okay.
I'll activate both, so visage and arms.
Cool. Okay. So I will say the bubble helmet grows as your astral helmet forms over your head.
Yep, and so 2 attacks on this guy. Good thing I'm flanking.
Yeah, that is, yeah. Okay.
So that'll be 10 normally. Force
Okay.
damage for reference.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Yeah,
Then
that is
I'll
a good thing.
then I'll flurry for 2 more. And then so that'll be 10 plus 18, 27 force damage.
Nice. Okay. To viciously beat on the thing. Take that out.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Let me do the little thing. You're definitely beating it within an inch of its life. It doesn't look all that alive, but let's see here. Anything that happens when it's viciously beaten. So then it is this guy's turn, and let's see. Yeah, I think the person who hurt him most was Ludger, so that's probably who he's going to go towards. Let's see, he's going to go. He's got some decent movement on him. He's going to hover here. Yeah. Wait 1 second. Let me check the range on his thing. Oh, yeah, it's only 5 foot. So, yeah, he hasn't seen Purser do much beyond cast a spell, so he's going to focus on Ludger. That seems more prominent. So he just goes pretty much like through Purser and this thing. It's clearly incorporeal. And Purser, if you want to make an attack of opportunity, you can do so.
I'll hold off since I have disadvantage.
Okay, fair enough. And let's see. All right, so nice. All right, I just want to check something, and now he is going to try and attack Ludger. He's going to reach out one like black smoky hand towards you and get a 17, Ludger.
That's a miss.
That is a good thing because you see like the air around that hand is is just like visibly dying in a weird way. Like the air goes still and seems to have all the energy pulled out of it. I feel like that might have been a very painful grasp. And
Did
that's
he
yeah,
did he provoke?
against Purser, but he hasn't like left your range or anything.
Okay.
And that is it for him. He can only make one attack. And Bemi, it's your turn. What would you like to do? That's true. That's a valid point.
And then bonus action disengage.
Okay, fair enough.
And I will move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. Oh, no, I don't. No, I want there. Okay.
That's fair.
Um, with one of my attacks, well, my first attack, I'm going to expend a bow charge.
Okay.
And we will shoot once.
That hits, yeah, with a crit.
Oh, all right. No, god damn it, mouse. One second. I'm sorry, guys. There we go. That's better.
Kill him.
All right. Second attack. Sure.
That also hits.
Kill him now.
Cool.
I mean, he hasn't done anything to you guys yet. You shot him. Like, it's kind of mean.
He tried to
He
rope me.
He violated my NAP. I don't know what this blue aura is, but it violates my NAP. I have a right to kill him.
Oh, that's your answer to everything. Okay, so let's see. So you're using a charge to, let's see, okay. A failed charisma saving throw. Okay, all right. Let's see. He will make a charisma saving throw. Surprisingly charismatic. All right. No, he says no with an 18.
Ooh, very nice.
Very nice. Yeah, I mean the first shot's a good one. You don't get sneak on the second one, but you got pretty good sneak on the first.
Man. So that's 25 plus 13. It's 38.
Okay, he is up, but he's badly hurt.
Good.
You guys are so mean. All right.
Very vicious.
Ludger, it's your turn, and before anything happens, I need a save from you, wisdom saving throw. As you are in this aura of
Fuck.
dread. Okay. You are frightened until the start of your next turn. You can't perform any actions except move up to half your speed. Yeah.
I can't move anyways,
That's
so
that's true. I just realized. I was like, oh, right. Cool. Then that is I guess that's it. Okay.
Kill him now.
It is this thing's turn. It can't attack anyone else while it's grappling you. It's going to just try and whack you. With a 12 to hit. I don't think that hits. So it's like trying to like bash you against the ground, but too much of it is invested in like sloshing around you. And it's this one's turn. Bemmy, you ran away. That was not nice at all. And you somehow got rid of the drowning thing that it was doing. That was working really well, it thinks. So it's just going to go here. And it's going to try and keep you from running away. So it's going to whack you and try and slosh you. 20. Okay, all right. Okay.
Stop it, Sam. Stop it.
So 11 crit. 1 sec. Wait, that plus 8 plus 7 plus 5. Okay. So 28 damage total. 12. Or no, wait. Wait, I fucked that up. It's 11 plus 8 bludgeoning, so 19. 7 plus 5. Oh, okay, so 31 total damage. 19 bludgeoning and 12 necrotic. There you go. And you are grappled.
I am at.
Sorry, I thought my mic was on.
I'm
You're
having a bad. I'm having a bad day.
Yeah, these guys are rolling well. They don't have much of a bonus, but they're rolling well. And that's it for him.
I'm at 5.
And Pick, there is a big thing hovering next to you.
Very upsetting, but
By the
also,
way, you see this fellow over here looks like he's in very rough shape.
but also Bimmy looks like he's in really rough shape.
That's true. It's kind of a if and or but. And this guy is rude enough to be right next to you.
I think I can do a bonus heal and shoot. Let's just give that a shot.
Okay. Keep in mind that with something within 5 feet of you, ranged attacks are at disadvantage.
Then I will. Oh, I can't use the bonus action disengage and bonus action heal. But let's see.
You can just move 5 feet. It's a hit, but I guess
Problem
bad
is, the
hit.
Saints' attack abilities are routinely LOL, fuck you. You're basically you're completely fucked.
I guess I'll just disengage and zip over to Bemmy
Okay.
and do actual cure wounds.
You may want to move to the south of him so you're not entering Effing's fucking aura.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that
we'll
aura
go
is a little
there.
punishing.
We'll do some. Did I really just? Oh my god! I'm sorry. We got
You
this.
give him 11 healing and 12 left. I get you.
I light
Okay.
you on fire.
8 healing, and we'll ignore the 10 sneak damage because she likes you, Bemmy. There you go.
All of a sudden, the water in my air bubble begins to boil.
It's just getting warmer.
But once it steams, it'll be able to escape the bubble.
Yeah, exactly.
And
All you
now
have
my
to do with is like parboiling your face while it does it.
Exactly. It's just. I'm gonna look.
It's like the
And
Muppets where he's
now-
running around screaming.
And now my Pete's aren't on there, and I will little moth Pete's, and I'm gonna finish moving up to this thing. I don't know what it is, but I'm standing on it.
That's like for the Giants, that was their portcullis. Is that the? No, that's not the name.
Hull.
Hull. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, that's just they pull that up and there's a ladder underneath.
No, I said Hull.
Oh,
Hole.
oh, Hull. Okay, yeah. I thought you said Hull. Sure.
It's my
Yeah,
Pittsburgher
it's also
accent.
it's also that. Pittsburgher. All right. Then in that case, Purser, I believe, this boy do be sloshing you at the moment.
Yeah.
What would you like to do? Oh, first thing, I need a wisdom saving throw.
Bye. That might take a moment. Come on. Well, I've hit the button twice, so if it appears, it'll be the first one.
I will grab your guy and click it for you, and we'll override it if it shows up later. Okay, wisdom. There we go. You got a 22 under my roll. Let's go with that. You're good, and
Okay.
you're immune to that effect.
Yeah,
for
I'm
a
seeing
while.
some client-side rolls coming through, and it's a 10. So
We'll go with the 22. How about that? That's what
yeah.
I see. We'll go with that. So you are not afraid. Your faith in the flame is there with you. What would you like to do besides probably get out of this like seaweed wrap?
So like fight to like yank my arm out of the sludge that's entrapping me, and
Okay.
I grab a hold of my holy symbol and channel divinity.
Okay. That nice. Yeah, you were restrained, but I think you can still very much do that.
Mhm.
And boy, it's been a while since I've seen channel. What exactly is your channel divinity doing?
It's turn undeads or fiends.
Okay. Let's see here. He does not have immunity to that. That's a good thing. So what does it save?
14. It's in the block.
I don't see it yet, buddy.
Oh,
All right.
that's fair.
Yeah. I'll click on it and bring it up.
Yeah.
Here we go. Channel divinity. There we go. Okay. Yeah, you're probably why the fuck doesn't he just read it? All right. Each fiend or
That's
undead.
exactly what I was thinking.
Wisdom saving throw. 30 feet of you. Oh, nice. Okay, so that hits this boy too. Perfect. Okay,
I was
so
gambling on them being undead. I was worried they might just be like constructs
yeah,
or
this
something.
like for someone of your training, these things are really obviously undead.
If these aren't undead, I will be more shocked.
Yeah.
They might have just
Okay.
been animated, so.
That's true, but you feel like whatever's animating this might be a malevolent undead.
Mhm.
So
Even better.
we're going to do a wisdom saving throw for that one. And that one. He doesn't have that great a save. Okay, within 30 feet. Let me check here. That guy also. Nice.
He hits everything except for the one next to Bemmy, I think.
Yep. Another whiz. And yeah.
Every day I feel disappointment that Ludger doesn't count as undead.
There's upsides and downsides. So in a show of ultimate irony, the only one that doesn't fail is the one right next to you. But all the rest of them fail.
I like it.
All right. Send its turn, trying to move as far away from you as it can. It can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet. Nice. Okay. That will be helpful. This one is pretty resolute about slomming onto you, but
I can live with that.
yeah, it's not that bad. It's like I said, it's just a cold, like clammy seaweed wrap. So
Yeah. I've been worse.
with like half rotting seaweed and various dead sea animals. But yeah. So
yeah, it's all organic. It'll burn off.
yeah, everything burns eventually. This guy has to
Spend his action to dash away.
Yeah. So he's going to do that. And he hovers away 60 feet. Doesn't like it. He's still up 20 feet in the air, too.
And there's still like waves of silvery fire pouring off of me, washing over all of them.
Yeah. There's like, horrible. Sounds like just gargling screams from them as they have to flee in the face of this purifying light. And
Peck puts her little hands in the air. Limp.
This one is just going to like lift you up and try and smash you on the deck with 11 to hit Purser. I don't think that hits.
That misses.
And it seems frustrated. And Balthazar, if I could get a wisdom saving throw from you.
But why?
Because you're within that dread aura and it hasn't gotten a chance to flee yet.
Let me make sure I don't got some bullshit. Oh, I'm sure Monk's got some bullshit for that. Okay, that's if I'm already affected. Okay.
It is a nice effect, I will say. Like I really love the stillness of mind element.
Mm-hmm.
I hate charmed effects. Yeah, and you're
Alright,
good
yeah.
anyways. You shake that right off. This thing is like seems to be flickering in and out of existence next to you. It really doesn't look good. But it's still pretty malevolent, and it's still like a terrifying aura. Although it's currently turned its like faceless features towards Purser and is like holding its arms up in front of it, trying to like block the light. Very very Dementor type thing. But if
It's
Dementor was like
it,
10 feet tall.
it's Malevolon. What's the word you said? Malevolon.
Malevolent.
Malevolent.
All right, good, good. Thank God. I almost had a flashback for a second.
Back to the creek.
Calypso was just a creek, but condensed into 2 days.
All right, right. That's true. I was like, fuck is he talking about? Okay, you're right. Video game. But what would you like to do here? You're not afraid,
All right.
and you're not grappled.
First things first. I will attack the little whatever the hell that little thing is in front of me. Standard
There's
2
glomming
attacks.
onto Ludger. That's fair. That's fair.
16 and
Uh,
12.
those do not hit. You're like beating on the.
All right.
It's you're mostly just like punching hardened driftwood and stuff.
All right. All right. Thank. All right. Good luck, Luker. I move over here and I flurry.
Ah, there you go. This one can't
15 and
attack you.
18.
Those both hit the thing. So how would you like to do it on the first one? Because it was at 7.
Oh man, retcon, and I'm actually 10 feet away. Now I can outclip
You can
this guy. The other one.
That's fine. That's fine.
All right.
The
It's
18
force
does hit.
damage.
Yeah.
The
Yep.
force damage. I mean, I don't know how force damage reacts upon a. I'm guessing this guy's a specter or something. I'm
He is a
assuming.
dread wraith, and yeah, you just if you don't have any ideas, just like your blows are just ripping it apart
Yeah,
as
it's
you're
pure
punching.
It's just pure. I guess pure kinetic energy. So I guess it works through reality and just tears it apart.
Yeah, yeah, it's just manifested force, and it's just that's enough that it crumples under. There was huge holes in its cloak from where it like underwent the artillery barrage at the beginning of the game, so
Yep.
it hasn't been hanging on very well since then, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, Ray's like he almost like he's timing it perfectly well. Like one fist goes through him and fishes him off, and then a second one comes through and just fucking clocks the Mr. Bones, Mr.
Okay,
Driftwood on the
yeah,
side
the
for 6 force.
the rack wraith here does take some damage, but it is still in existence. I won't say alive.
All right, and let's see. Do I have any more move? Oh yeah, I have plenty of movement, and I'll just go right back there
Okay.
because I can break up speed in this one.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Bemmy, you see this thing fade away, but you see it like through tendrils of like rotting seaweed wrapped around your face. But you can still breathe. That's the important part. What would you like to do? You are restrained.
I'm restrained.
You are restrained.
I got
Indeed.
hugged.
You got slocked, hugged. Yep. It's more like the thing is just kind of melting around you. Like its humanoid form is just like half melted onto you.
Okay. Gee dang. Well, I can't really shoot him if he's hugging me.
I mean, you can. I think it's just at disadvantage.
I'm gonna try to stab him a lot.
That's fair.
I won't use the kukri. I'll use my dagger.
Okay. Cool. That does not quite hit. It
Neither does that.
seems like it's that outer shell is tough when it's in this form.
Okay.
Let me put a thing here to show this one is frightened so I don't forget. There we go. This one's also frightened. And anything else, Bemmy?
Other than trying to remember the word of what's happening to him, he thinks, what is it, waterboarding? That's what it is. Yeah, it's waterboarding.
Oh, come on, you know what that is.
You always thought it involved more butter.
Yeah.
Darn.
Yeah.
There ain't
Yeah.
no butter here. It's just
Rotten seaweed. Yeah. Okay, then we will go Ludger. You are still restrained, but you're no longer afraid.
I will try to kill the guy to myself.
Okay.
Right, I am going to. This will not have. I don't know what. I'm more focused on killing this asshole. So, first attack is going to be at. Uh, yeah, disadvantage.
Okay. Well, it kind of you are flanking, so it would. Oh, right, you're ranged. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's. I thought it was
Well,
melee.
it'll balance out because I'm restrained.
Yeah. I know. I'm tracking.
I'm
Okay.
restrained, so it would balance out.
Yep.
Okay, so that hits, and I bayonet him
Does
too.
hit. Yep. Okay.
That would have missed.
Yeah, the bayonet doesn't hit, but the shot does. Yeah, as you just basically like hold your crusty thunderbolt to its side and just like fire into it. And yeah,
6 piercing. Is it
okay,
dead?
it is barely out. I'm sorry.
Of
You
course.
feel like it's really barely
We don't say.
like really barely. But okay, there you. How do you want to do? Is it one? What do you want to do?
Yeah, of course, when I get 14 piercing.
1 damage.
Yeah, I should have said I did superiority die, but whatever. I just fucking kill it.
Okay, yeah, it's just like fire multiple times. There's like an awful wail as it sprays backward, like whatever was holding it together completely loses, um, its ability to do so, and it just, bits of seawater, rotted seaweed, coral spray against Balthazar as there's like another wail similar to what this one let out, but a lot lower. And yeah, you see what looks like, for a brief instant, the agonized features of a humanoid, like clawing at the hole that you shot in it, and it slowly the hole just spreads out and it dissolves into nothing. And anything else?
Yeah. Nope. Yeah, my turn.
Cool. It is this guy's turn, and he is no longer amongst the living, we'll say. And this guy, me, is still grappling you. So he doesn't like the fact that you can breathe. Like, that's not fair. He couldn't breathe. So he's just going to start, trying to slam you onto the deck. Okay. So he doesn't have advantage, so he doesn't get that crit again. So the 8 does not. If he had advantage, he would have. That's one of those I would need to take a screenshot so you guys believe me. All right.
yeah. Because I mean, how far below would I be beyond?
It would have been a lot. But pick. What would you like to do?
All right, let's.
You know what? This guy's gonna hover a little bit and drag Bemmy with him. There we go. That he feels better about that.
I
Okay.
don't like that he has my friend. And since I actually get to stand still and use steady aim, I am going to shoot the guy. I need a magical bow at some point.
Indeed. All right, it's not magical. Well, that's a lot less relevant for these guys.
Drop
The
my
other guy is very
friend.
relevant. 19 hits. Yeah, nice. Okay. Cool. 18 damage. He doesn't like that.
She
So
screams in her typical angry moth fashion to put down her friend.
fair enough. He's gonna take that under consideration. He really is. All right. Purser. What would you like to do?
So, I currently can't see anything or roll anything right now, but
Oh,
I will.
right, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Just let you know. I was able to for a little while. I'll just be simple and make 2 attacks with my Scimitar of Disruption against the creature that's grappling me.
Gotcha. Okay. Fair enough.
The attacks
Do you
are
want me to roll for you?
disadvantage. Yes, please.
Okay. All right.
And they'll do extra damage because it's an
Since it's
undead,
undead.
and
Yep,
if
yep.
it falls below 25 HP, it has to make a saving throw or die.
Nice. Okay. All right, let's do that then. We want.
Thank you.
That's not the blood class. We want the.
These are so icky.
Why is it not coming up for me? Okay, there it is. I was like, oh no. Okay. Husk Steel Scimitar. 1, 2. 14 and either a crit success or a crit fail. So, yeah. Okay, so 14 doesn't quite hit, and I'll roll a d1 for you.
I would have said thank you, but no. You don't deserve it anymore.
I've come to accept that. All right.
I'm getting you an entire Christmas present. And you did this to me.
Technically, you didn't. Technically, someone. All right. Melee weapon, critical fumble. You got a 12. That is. Oh well. Okay, so we'll have you do a dexterity check to keep you from like accidentally slipping on this really slick deck.
I mean, I'm already grappled and restrained by a blob monster, and it really
Right,
gets worse.
Oh, you're fine. You don't go prone. And yeah, so your scimitar seems to want to cut into this thing, but it's just hard to get a good angle.
Yeah, I just can't get the leverage right now.
Yeah. I get the feeling that all this grappling monster shit is Arma for Trebuchet.
I honestly wasn't even thinking of that when I picked these guys. Like, but yeah, I suppose that you could interpret it that way.
Yeah,
All right.
You
I
hear
do
them
deserve
say
it.
in some ancient language, my body is a machine. That turns ungrappled enemies into grappled enemies.
Oh, I mean, it says a lot of things in an ancient language. All right, so this guy, they don't speak a lot. It's mostly whales. This guy, let's see if they get to make another save. See if they cannot be turned. I think they just have to keep going. Its action to escape. There's nowhere to move. Yeah, for 1 minute. Nice. Okay. It's just going to keep hovering, and you know what? It's going to hover down into the water. It's this is some bullshit. Forget how high the deck is, but it's getting close to the water at this point.
We're supposed to be afraid of it, not the other way around.
Yeah, this is I didn't sign up for this. All right. I mean, technically, also the force that was sort of enslaving it is gone, so it's got a little bit more free will. It's still malevolent, but yeah, it's gonna head towards the water, so it's 30 foot below deck, and forget how high I said the ship was. But that's that guy's turn. This guy's turn is just going to like, you know what? It doesn't like you, Purser. You're problematic. So it, while grappling you, is yeah, you know what? It's going to start flying upwards, hovering upwards rather.
This is fun.
It's going to hover upwards 60 feet with a dash. And yeah,
Can you double check my spells and see if Feather Fall's prepared?
I would be happy to do so. All right.
I haven't been using it a lot lately because we haven't been in tall places.
Makes sense. Spells. Okay, Featherfall. Featherfall is not selected, but I would allow you to say that it had been if you
Well,
want. It's up to you.
No, what I have prepared is what I have. So,
Okay, fair enough. No, I just wanted to. Well, specifically, I said that because like you don't have access to your sheet. That's why I was like,
right.
it's he legitimately may not have
Well,
had a chance to.
Like I said, I had it for a little while and then flunked out again.
Fair enough. Okay, so you are currently Purser is flying high, and Balthazar, what would you like to do?
You can fly twice as high.
Let's see. Let's see who really needs help.
Probably either Bemmy or Purser, whichever you like more.
I'm fine.
He
All right,
immediately
you
runs over to
said
help
it.
Bemmy. There was
All right.
no hesitation.
All right. Actually, it's at 30. Hold on. How far is it? Oh. I can't get in the flank, but it's close enough. I love gambling.
Fair enough.
And I'll flurry too. There we go.
Oh, geez, yeah, those both hit.
All right. That'll be 16 force.
Okay, he's still up. It's not at 1. That's the important part. But yeah, you
Yeah, he's at
it's
2.
it's barely clinging to existence as you beat on
So
it.
he's at 2. Got it.
Yeah,
All right.
somewhere in that
I've
range.
done all I can, Bemmy. Fucking fix yourself.
Bemmy, that's a helpful thing to hear.
Well, then in
Which
response, you
reminds
hear.
you of
I
Now,
can't. I don't remember being able to stun undead. So yeah, you're on your own.
Emo's never that crass. She would just say, I knew you couldn't do it. Yeah, she wouldn't
If she
per
starts
se.
going off on a tirade about why can't you be like Balthazar, I'm assuming I'm gonna be killed tonight.
Oh, sorry, Bemmy, what would you like to do?
Gurgle. And then well, I'm still getting hugged by this guy, yeah.
You are, yeah, you were restrained, but you can attack. It's just with disadvantage.
Alright, I'll do it again. I'll attack him.
Come on, let's go
Again.
gambling.
You got this. Disadvantage ain't shit.
That's right.
Double net 20s right now.
Bonus action hunter's mark.
There.
Double net 20s. I know you're gonna do it.
He's hunter marked. Okay.
What attack?
That
17?
hits. That hits. 18.
Yes!
Wait a minute. I don't think you get the +2 because this is a melee attack. Yeah, so 16 doesn't hit. Sorry. I apologize about that. I didn't realize you still had archery on. So 16 doesn't.
Oh no, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. All right. And 14 doesn't either.
No,
So,
it does not.
So
But he
it's
is
okay.
hunter's mark.
That's great. That's awesome.
Okay. Then Ludger, what would you like to do?
I am going like well, no, I'm going to say that he would have seen Bemmy run over. Sorry, he would have seen Balthazar run over. So he's going to assume that okay, someone's helping Bemmy. Oh, I got to go help Purser because he he we're about to get like shooting star memes.
Oh yeah, Cam's about to go overboard. It's gonna be a bit important.
I'm fine.
So Ludger runs up and starts shooting at the thing that's flying and carrying Purser.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna call it now. Net 20.
Okay, let's turn that on. And
Oh, that hits. Very much so. That also hits.
okay, and this time turning. Oh, that was yeah. I meant to turn sharpshooter on. I accidentally clicked the stupid damage one instead of a -5. So I'm going to use a precision uh, shot on that second one.
Okay.
Uh, so shot. Okay, so that second one that would be a 22. Now with that plus 5.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to fucking click the stupid -5, and I clicked the
Eh,
stupid +10.
that's all right.
Okay, so boom, boom, for a total of 24 plus 19. That is 43 damage.
Okay, he's still, but he's
Of
looking
course he is.
very badly hurt. He's at 2.
Okay, so these things have 44 hit points.
They have
Nice to know for
45. They have
future reference.
45 hit points. So not gonna lie, but they're 45. Yeah. They're minions. I don't feel bad about admitting that. But yeah. Anything else?
Nope, it's about all I can do.
Cool, cool. All right. It's this guy's turn.
Actually, hold up.
Yes.
No, never mind. That's a fucking yeah. That it. I would have had to forsaken one of my attacks, so never mind.
Okay.
Uh, new class feature that I misread.
Ah, okay, fair enough. So this guy is currently getting viciously beaten. He's having a hard time maintaining continuity of his existence. So, within 60 feet. Yeah, you know what? You know what? He's going to use bonus action, rack jump. And Bemi, the stuff that's holding you restrained seems to lose whatever animating force is on it, and just becomes a pile of driftwood again. And you know, something seems to happen. One sec here.
Oh, I completely forgot about something.
There we go. Okay. I would say since it came up here, or yeah, here, the spray of crap, like here, was that within 60 feet? That is. Okay. So it reappears over here, like a pile of driftwood and stuff seems to coalesce and form up over here. And then with its action, it is going to try and flee. Because
Oh no, he jumped, but may not get a free hit.
it's not a literal jump. It's a like he basically stops possessing the driftwood there and just like magically teleports. It's basically teleport 60 feet. And he's gonna go
You're
over here.
you're body swapping,
Yeah,
but with
it's body
driftwood.
swapping, but it's like with shitty seaweed. So it's gonna go over here and hover down 5 feet below deck. And that's the max it can do. Hey, what would you like to do?
It is a butt.
The one that's holding Purser is looking badly damaged as it's 60 feet in the air.
I see.
Don't worry, you can take the fall damage.
Okay,
Luger
I
will
can
catch
get
him.
it.
It'll be like one of those rom-coms.
We'll steady aim it. Go after him.
Okay. A 20 hits, and even with resistance to normal weapons, that is enough. How do you want to do it?
Just her usual, but I mean, there's two of them, so whatever is the free point that looks most
Okay.
vulnerable.
Yeah, it just, it goes like you go through the bit of sort of a head-shaped like element that's sticking out of one side.
Ew.
And whatever's animating it is, just like you can see the weird smokes. It's almost like black smoke is pushed out of the aspects of this and just pulled into that weird haze of moisture around you. And Purser, there's a brief moment of weightlessness before gravity kicks in, and you
Well, shit.
plummet 60 feet to the ground. 1 sec.
Can I use a reaction?
Catch him, Ludger,
To
in
try
your
Well,
to
arms.
catch
I
him.
was hoping you guys wouldn't rush to save me because I kept saying I was fine. I was going to cast Fly on my turn.
You say that all the time.
And I'm always fine.
Well, then you'll be fine here too. Okay.
As I take.
Yeah, you're fine because you get rezzed by like one of the party members. Like Purser says, "I'm fine, guys," as he's going foot first into a wood chipper. Like,
You
I haven't died yet.
No.
See, I'll
You don't
hit
know
the
the
deck
power
and
of
take
the I'm
66
fine.
falling damage.
Yeah.
You need to
Actually,
meet the Resso, then you'll know about the I'm fine.
so you take 24 bludgeoning, and you are prone.
Okay.
It's not too bad. You still have 4 hit points yourself, and you're comfortable.
Excellent.
Pick feels bad, suddenly remembering he cannot fly, but not hearing it from all the way over there. And we'll come give him.
Right, they can't fly. Dang
Oh,
it. Yeah. There's several cracks as he hits the.
That's the most painful injury Purser's ever taken, not because of the damage number,
Oh, you poor
but because
thing.
it was Pick that did it.
Oh.
she comes over and gives him some healing, and it's like, sorry.
I mean, you guys can be out of combat. There's currently 2 fleeing enemies if you want to lever
No.
over and.
no.
Okay. No. No. Fair enough. Then
We're
Pick,
going
you
to
can.
teach these fuckers a lesson.
Pick, you can't heal him quite yet because you used your action to attack, but
Oh,
you could do
somebody's
healing
chasing
word.
him.
Yeah. You could move. Oh no, wait. You.
I'll
Never
wait
mind.
until they're done doing whatever they're doing, but that's
Yeah,
what she'll do on her turn.
that's fair. That's fair. Okay.
She's not chasing them, so.
Purser, you are on the ground. Everything hurts. Well, what would you like to do? Ludger's standing there. Ludger, did you put your arms out in a token gesture? Were you just like, well, he'll be fine?
Well, what? I would have given a token gesture.
Ludger's standing like to your left with his arms out in a very unconvincing like he tried to catch you.
See, I'm just gonna groan in pain, lie back on the deck, and cast Cure Wounds on myself with a 3rd level spell slot.
Okay, that is fair. Let me open up your sheet and do that.
So that should be 4d8 plus 3.
Okay, and it's 3rd level. Okay, that here, cure wounds. And it's 3rd level. Let's see if it does it right. It's missing 1d8, I think. Yeah, it did. Okay, let me roll the additional.
Is it? Am I insane? Is Cure Wounds level 1 2d8?
Let me look. Spell description. 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability
okay.
modifier.
So 4d8 is accurate.
Okay. So it's.
Or sorry, 3d.
Okay, gotcha.
3d8 healing with a 3rd level spell slot.
Gotcha. Okay,
that
well, then I feel better. All right, so you got 17 points of healing. No, wait, plus 3. You got 20. That's not bad. You're back. You're back up. You're back, baby. 24. Okay, looking much
Apparently.
better. Anything else?
No, that'll be it for me.
All right, yeah. Ludger, you hear several of his like bones pop back into place as Purser's looking much better all of a sudden.
It's a familiar sound.
Yeah, you've heard a lot. This guy is going to splash into the water, release his corporeal form, and start drifting into the abyss. And then this guy is no longer in existence. Balthazar, what would you like to do?
They're all gone, so far as I
Well,
know, we're
there's
done.
one over here, but you did see him go over the edge, but you don't know how far he went.
All right, I guess I'll double move to the edge and I guess throw a dart at him or something. How far down is
He's
he?
only 5 feet down, so he used all
Actually,
of his tricks to get that far.
Actually, I could reach him with my attacks.
You
He's
can,
only
yeah.
5 feet down. Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't get a chance to get any further. Oh,
12
how'd you like to
damage.
do it? He was at 4.
Just through the wall, through the ridge of the thing. It just grabs him and just punches him. It just collapses him.
Yeah,
And that's it.
we'll say like your astral arm goes out and like grabs as he's going downwards, and it grabs like the the corporeal driftwood leg or whatever, but as it continues to try and go, like the corporeal element keeps going, and you see that you basically caught the wraith that was infesting it, and you just peel it apart, and yeah, you are now all out of combat. As one of them did successfully escape into the water, unless anyone wants to do underwater stuff, which I'm prepared to do if you want.
No.
No. Okay. But yeah,
We'll go
peace
over
returns to
and
the night, although it's still very gloomy.
Pick would go over and give him a healing and be like, sorry. I did not want them to take you over the edge.
I can swim.
Fair.
Can you climb?
Yes.
Can you climb after taking a 60-foot drop into the ocean, probably breaking something?
It's fine. I'm going back to bed.
Sleep it off. It's shut up, Emmy.
you-
I'm literally just gonna like knock that water out of him.
like until the spell is until like Percy lets the spell go, Bemi is still just like trapped in a half full fishbowl.
What do you mean let the spell go?
Oh, right, that's true. It's not concentration or anything, so it's just
It's
I
there
you
for
know,
Can I
24
just
hours.
pop it? Can I pop it?
I don't think so. Like, let me look at it here.
It's there. I can
I feel
cast Dispel Magic on it.
you could scoop the stuff out if you wanted to help Bemi, if you guys are
I'm
feeling
sure. I'm sure the
kind.
forced hands can like go through the fishbowl and pull it out.
Oh yeah, like normal hands can go through the fishbowl. Like, yeah, you guys could scoop stuff out. It's just Bemi didn't have time.
Oh, that's feasible. I can. Okay, all right.
I mean, it would have taken an action in combat, so I didn't
Yeah,
really.
that's
It wasn't
fair.
hindering you in any way, so I figured it wasn't relevant to mention. But yeah.
No, I'm about it. No, that's hilarious. It just didn't even occur to him to try.
Hey, it's life or death here every 6 seconds. So yeah, you're able to pull out like the rotting seaweed and like bits of dead mussels and driftwood and scoop out most of the water. So Bemi's head is he's now able to talk. Um, and yeah,
He
and
says,
then
uh, 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 "Thank you."
that's fair. But there's only one last round of watch for the night, and Balthazar's already up if he wants to do it. Let's see what your roll was. Let me
As
scroll
well,
up.
fuck it.
Okay, I'm going back. You got a decent roll. I think it was like 15 or something. I don't want to scroll any further up. Either way, nothing else attacks at night. Although Balthazar, like I said, even with that thing gone, like the night goes on. It feels like it goes on a little longer. It just something about this weird like cloud of moisture. It's holding something in it, maybe. Maybe drew those undead with it.
Pick attempts to find an awake human and ask them what gestures of forgiveness they do towards each other or like sorry.
Um,
If there is no awake human, she may sit by one until they awake, that she suspects would be awake soon.
I mean, it's been long enough that your quote unquote captain has finished her trance, but she was pretty much hiding below deck. She wanted no part of what was happening unless it came down below deck.
That's fair.
But
She might
she's
be.
not human, so like her advice might be, sear him with flame. That will prove you're sorry. I don't know. Um,
There's not a
But
lot of humans to pick from, is there?
yeah. But
Humans are
regardless, the day does eventually dawn, and moving on to the big map. As you guys it seems like this weird precipitation fades in its potency a little bit in the sunlight, and you're
Quick
able to
question.
quickly move out of it. Yes,
Are we supposed to see everything, including those blips on the island, the southern island?
indeed. Yeah, that's.
Alright.
I mean, I've had that on it. I have a player map and a DM map, and I added stuff that you can now see to this island.
Okay, is that new? 'Cause I don't remember seeing that.
Yes, these are. I mean, they're new to you. Yes. Like that's the only thing that was added to yours. Everything else has been on here. But I will move you guys another 112 miles. Going round the horn, so to speak. And let's see here. And yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and say that other than some more kind of spooky nights, you get a couple instances where more of that like strangely ominous fog seems to roll in off the water.
And just as a quick reminder from the big group break, where are we sailing to again?
You are sailing to Kulcusp Island here.
Okay, that's why it popped up.
Yes, you're sailing there to try and find an ancient contract with a group of giants that lived there, and supposedly they had it with a powerful elemental. And if you can find that contract and bring it back to Gizbul Kul, the clan head there thinks he can use it to uh, basically summon some Riders of Rohan style aid from
Alright.
the elemental plane of fire, or
I'm
the
sure the
equivalent of it, rather.
Giants are gonna look a little funny at us when we come back with one of their ships.
Assuming there are any there, you haven't seen any giants thus far. They're at least on the
They've
islands.
been dead for a long time.
They they still exist, but they're very much in a pretty brutal dark age. They never recovered in 40,000 years for some reason. Which is a long time. It's odd that they took, there aren't any any real organized giants that got their stuff together. Some people say it's a curse. Who knows?
They're too busy making and watching Little Dark Age edits.
Yeah, it could be. Who knows? But yeah, there's 6 more days of sailing. Like I said, pretty much uneventfully here. I would say like seeing this enough. Cursor, this is very much something you're trained to look for. While they're not actual manifest zones and don't bring like any effects with them per se, you can tell that what's blowing in off the Sea of Lost Souls is basically fog clouds or just moisture that's been infused with the energies from a bar. That's it's probably water or fog that blew over or came from a place, an underwater or near the surface manifest zone of Mabar, and that's
That
where this
makes a
is
lot of
coming from.
sense. Yeah.
So it's that's why it just it seems to actively repel the light and brings with it restless, malevolent undead.
Mhm.
These are very much not the type of undead that Pick and Bemi are both familiar with for Karakos. These things are actively malevolent in a really aggressive way. But they seem to be avoiding your ship. It seems like the worst of them was probably what you ran into, at least at the moment.
They've learned their lesson.
Don't say
Or
that.
it's just it's a big ocean. Maybe
Yeah.
that was the biggest catch, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just unlucky.
Well, one that got The one that got away let the other ones know that they didn't want.
Don't
Yeah.
go
They
up there.
learned
They're
to not.
mean.
They learned to not fuck with the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah, it could be. These are all valid options. Some of our
Maybe
undead are intelligent.
maybe
Some
Alexa
even
raw.
yeah, some even make societies. It's weird. But yeah, you guys come up on the 6th day of sailing. You have reached the Volkori tribal settlement of Hoular. For the first time since you left Mishann, you see this, a clearly active settlement as well as ships. It's been a lonely trip so far. I would say the kids have gotten a little bored of it and have starting to get just kind of that restless like that kids kids being bored and kind of taking it out on other people. It's not terrible, but they're clearly tired. Like the novelty of it has worn off somewhat, and now they're just like, when are we going to get there type thing. Um, it's up to Ludger if he did the we'll get there when we get there. But yeah, as you like, they're very excited, leaning over, pointing as you see this, an active settlement. There's some ships around it, or well, they're ships in the strictest sense. The village is built into a cove that acts as an excellent natural harbor, and you can see hundreds of small buildings and the usual wood smoke that indicates that they are inhabited. After traveling among the northern clans for the last month, the first thing you notice is that it has a much less ordered look to it than any of the Sulatar settlements you visited. They very much have street names. It's all built on grid work, even when they're building their own stuff. But this is a much more like less of a planned city type thing. Bemi and Pick, both of you have been here before. Pick, you came here when you just finished your first round of training as a Guardian of the Dead, and were learning directly from Thra Trinka. It was about 2 years ago. Bemi, you were here about 3 decades ago when Mima sent you to collect payment from a drow widow who had wanted to speak with her husband one last time. Her payment was a piece of black coral carved into a flute with strange little inscriptions on the side that her husband had found when he was fishing. You don't remember, well, you don't know what happened. See, for once, it seemed like Mima didn't, do anything to her, but you didn't exactly do a follow-up. But yeah, both of you remember Hoular as the home of the Slows Rages tribe, a tribe of Naquala. They farm and fish, often trading food with the nearby Qualtar, who hunt in the surrounding jungles. This means that Hoular is the most reliable place to buy dream serpent venom and the psychoactive drug Quala, which uses that venom as a key ingredient. They're a key trading point on the southern half of the island, with their canoes transporting goods from all across, this region. As you're coming into the harbor, many outrigger canoes and a few double-hulled canoes move out of the way of your just behemoth ship, with almost all of them pointing and giving out panic calls to the shore. A few hop into the water, only to rise a moment later, clinging to the backs of plesiosaurs. They're shouting to you with spears and other weapons ready should you prove hostile.
That's quaint.
Unless they have some truly powerful casters here, there's a little bit of doubt on what harm they could do to your Riptider. You do see your, once again, we'll call her Captain. Captain Kashka looks contemptuously at that. She seems very much not impressed. But yeah, what would you guys like to do? Just continue on and, we'll dock when we dock, or you want to try and stop and negotiate with them, or they seem a little leery of you for some reason.
We probably should stop and talk with someone just so they don't think we're, like, patrolling for easy targets.
That is fair.
Because if we come back, like, a week later with a bunch of battle damage from whatever is going to happen on this island, it's going to look bad.
That's fair. Okay. So stop the ship type thing, and it's quite it's like even them they're yelling up from their seamounts like at water level. It is hard to communicate, but how do you guys want to open this? Like take us to your leader, or we'll bomb you. Like how do you want to open up negotiations?
That's
Pick was
entirely
just
up
gonna
to the
look
people
over.
that can talk the language.
Pick was
That's
just
fair.
gonna look over the side and enthusiastically wave and telepathically communicate. These are all friends. They mean no harm. We only visit.
Okay. That's like they did of the things they expected. They didn't expect a Thry-Queen. But they do know of your people. You're well respected. That's like there's definitely some confusion, a little less hostility initially. Does anyone else want to say anything or do anything?
Pick would look to Purser and
Ludger,
the group and be like, "You want to say things? I can tell."
Ludger will approach the side of the ship, do a fancy bow, with taking off his hat before introducing himself, as basically like both an introduction of himself as well as you know we are representatives of the colony of Mishann, and what we come, uh, yeah, we come in friendship.
Okay.
Pick would giggle and translate.
Yeah. I mean, he can speak Elvish,
I
so
I can speak Elvish, so you don't have to.
he's just got a bit of an accent, but who doesn't, right? So
Oh,
yeah,
Purser doesn't, of course.
that's true. No accent when you speak Elvish. Um, but yeah, when that is okay, like at this point there is more confusion than hostility. Like they're putting down their weapons, and like a couple canoes row over to where the presumable like maybe warriors or something, and they're talking amongst themselves for a couple minutes, um, before one of them uh basically like waves up and yells at you and says um uh out of big ship, uh smaller one, then follow, not safe for your boat otherwise.
Translates to the group for those that didn't understand.
I'll cast Fly on myself and lift off into the air.
I,
But
for the
you do
sake
have a
of it,
dinghy on on the big ship, like by the way, like because that thing, there's no way to get that thing to like get near shore normally. I thought about this. You
I
definitely have a dinghy.
was, yeah. I asked them if the bay slash harbor is shallow.
Yeah, there's a
Like,
lot of nods, and one of them just gestures towards the water. Like for a moment, you can't see what he's trying to. He makes like it looks like eels or something, and then you realize he's probably trying to indicate paths, and he says, "Lots of traps."
okay. I take note of that for, like sea trading knowledge,
Okay.
and like
And besides the
I
person who's flying, how do you guys like go to shore?
I think the guy who's flying, we should just like tie ourselves to a rope and attach ourselves to him.
That won't make the dignified show of power that I'm trying to go for here.
Especially not since, like, I would say that you would keep flying, but you'd very much be dragging them through the water as you do this. You're basically fishing.
Great. Then you know what? I'm just back to gargling again.
Okay, you
No,
guys can do this.
I'm not doing that, is what I'm saying. You can take the dinghy, but I'm going to hover along above you. Like, my coat is, like, billowing behind me, arms are crossed.
I'm being
Just
cool.
like...
You're not fucking this up for me, baby.
Just like...
Don't embarrass me in front of these people.
Percy, you got a string on your sleeve there. I'm sorry,
I,
that's your arm.
I, I think that if both you and Dick were to hold a rope, it
I'm
would
gonna say
work.
right now, I
But
will have something attack you guys if you do fucking bait fishing. Anyways, you take the dinghy with Purser and Pick flying above. Um, y- you guys, like I said, you do have to follow them because I mean they could be lying. But like as you go along, just looking over the edge, you do see there's some really like close to the surface coral reefs that would just probably not your ship, but your ship would run aground just because of how shallow this is. But a smaller ship that didn't know the way, it would just have their hull like cut to ribbons here. Um, and yeah, it definitely, and like this is thick enough where it's obviously not natural. Like this must have been encouraged or maybe magically, or but there's coral reefs are just like growing almost up to the shore. There's sea grasses and so as you get up real into the real shallows. Um, yeah, like if you don't have some knowledge of where the various hazards are, sort of hidden, this would just be rough. But beaching your dinghy on the shore and having your two flying members, flutter or ominously hover down, you're greeted by a crowd of nervous-looking drow behind about a dozen tribal warriors in chitin and leather armor. Um, at the front of the warriors is a drow man in a set of fine Saurian leather armor with the traditional long knife and triple boomerang of his people at his waist. Um, and he strides forward pretty confidently and inclines his head a little bit and says, "I am Runaway of the Slows Rages tribe. Who are you?"
I am Captain uh, Ludger Strom of the colony of Mishann. Uh, you know, and we, you know, me and my, companions, Sir Purser, Sir Balthazar, Lady Pick, and Sir Bemmy, uh, are on a mission of goodwill and uh, like commerce.
Okay. Yeah, he just
Indeed.
blinks a little bit at these like very strange names and then just processes
Pick
for a sec. Yeah, go ahead.
Pick just giggles at the lady pick thing.
And then just once again, very, very blunt. Uh, do you bring war or sickness to my tribe?
We bring neither.
He seems to relax a bit at that. It just says, good. You come in a ship like the Northern Firebinders. Are you with them?
No, we come under the authority of Mishann.
Hmm. Well, then I name you guests. Trade is a good field to till. Uh, if you bring this, two of our warriors will stay with you for safety. The northern folk are hated worse than right now, worse than ever right now. Your ship will make many think you are part of them.
I understand. Has the northern clans attacked you recently?
Yeah, he shrugs and just casually spits to the side. When they could, before we grew the reefs, they would often raid in a ship very much like yours.
Pick
I
just looks
see.
at him, looks at the ship. We take.
He leans over. Truly, that is good.
Uh, right away. Uh, in Norman, like I get my sample case, and right away I if basically show him the equivalent of a stealing chain, like as a sample of the things that the colony of Mishann likes to trade. This is a stealing chain, which, unlike the Northern clans, overpriced garbage can be produced cheaply and efficiently, and I'm sure your craftsmen can think, and trap masters can think of many ways of how such a steel chain, such as this, could help improve the defenses of your harbor. Especially, we can, this can be made much thicker than even this.
Okay. He seems a little interested, and he definitely is, looks over it, and he's willing to chat with you a little bit about it. But
Yeah.
for the most part, now that the crowd sees that you guys aren't going to attack or be attacked, they start dispersing. There's not too much disappointment about it, but you get the impression they were probably hopeful about the whole maybe a show. But yeah, as he looks through it, he says he does seem interested and considers a lot of it, and gestures and has what looks like an assistant or something come over.
Of course, to a lesser degree, I'm also going to show him fishing hooks, as well as barbed wire, which explained that while it would rust, you could create tanglefoot traps in shallows using the barbed wire in case they make it past your reef defenses, and that sort of thing. It's less about trying to make a sale and more really establishing diplomatically what Mishann could be as an ally.
Yeah, okay, I get you. Yeah, he does look over it and says, many of these things do look useful. We will discuss this later on. Are you selling this now? As he looked back towards the enormous ship.
I'm afraid not, but when we are done on our mission of exploration, I can certainly arrange a mission where we can provide uh, a decent amount of such goods in exchange for any such goods that you have, which I hope then we can use to, we can, uh, what's the word I'm looking for? We can, go from there to establish a more long-term and concrete trading arrangement.
Mm. Yes, well, uh, my daughter has a memory for such things. She will remember them. Next time I see you, be ready for proper trading. Do not abuse my welcome, strangers. And with that, he leaves you guys with your 2 tribal warrior guards, presumably to either watch you or protect you, or maybe some combination of the two. Yeah, he follows the rest of the crowd as they left the beach, heading towards the village.
Here last, was it nice? Since it was only 2 years for Pick.
It was a lot busier. It was way more crowded. like everywhere else after the plague, it looks more than half empty. But it's still a decent sized settlement, even with the terrible losses they've taken. And it's lively. It's different than the other Volcordal settlements that you visited so far. At least those of you who haven't been here. It's not built as part of like a set of giant ruins like Telbeck, and it's not grown from vines like Gelrol was. Instead, they seem to have made extensive use of the shells of enormous crustaceans, bones of huge beasts, and driftwood to build, hundreds of small huts, um, each of which probably houses a family, or could at least. Um, every hut is decorated with these wild designs carved into the bone, chitin, or wood. They vary a lot, with some depicting strange sea creatures, showing hunts, and others just having kind of abstract swirling patterns. But it does create a um, surprisingly artistic bent. It's just like every home has been customized. A lot of them are empty,
Um,
sadly, but yeah. Go ahead.
is there like how is the like color selection? Is there any noticeable colors that are absent?
Um, I would say the dominant colors would probably be uh, of course they don't seem to color a lot of the houses. Like sometimes they seem to have like dyed the entire piece of wood if it's a large chunk of wood for it. But largely they seem to have like deliberately used the natural colors of like either the rock or the shell or the bone to just kind of have a it might be that they just prefer the look, or it might be that they just don't like the idea of having to reapply, dye much. Some houses do have some color added, but usually it's like embedded stone, green stones from the ocean or things like that. They don't seem to be using a lot of dyes in that. But there is some, primarily white, red, and some very bright, like purple, which is you only see like two houses walking through just the equivalent of streets. You only see two houses with this bright purple on it, but you do see some. It is very eye-catching. Um,
Yeah, I make a note to as part of the future trade package to include like paint.
okay, fair enough. They might like it. It just seems like they don't bother with it right now. There are
Yeah,
drying.
more. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely more of a provide and if if a particularly like we for convenient future trade, but not like the initial mission would be far more like building materials and the like.
Yeah, it's later on when you can be like, show up your neighbors, have a pink house, that type of thing. Um, but there are drying racks everywhere, with most of it being fish or other types of seafood. You can see patches of carefully watered spit corn, rattle beans, and blackroot fern, wherever the sandy soil will support them. Um, and are you guys here in daylight or at night? Because it
Probably
is
depends
there.
on when we got there, like just travel time wise when we
That's
got there.
entirely up to you guys. You could have come in at either point. You knew you were coming up on a drow settlement, so whichever you feel more appropriate.
I mean, culturally,
Uh, yeah,
for
I would
them
say
to make it more
culturally nighttime.
comfortable. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that
Yeah.
wouldn't affect much, to be honest. Like you would, in that case, yeah, there are drow everywhere at night, going about uh, you know, their day-to-day lives, so to speak. There's farming, fishing, crafting, everywhere. All of them are making use of their dancing light cantrips, just providing, patches. It's honestly about as well lit up as modern cities on Corvair, just because There's magical light sources all over. And you spot a few older-looking drow squatting or sitting while they're teaching children skills. How to carve something, how to put together, how to make rope. You get a lot of looks, often more blatant than you get in Sulatar territory, but you'd say less than half of them are hostile compared to the Firebinders in the north, where they were more polite about it, but they were more hostile. Most of these just seem curious. In
All
fact,
right.
Purser and probably Balthazar, both of you have like drow children run up and um, very tentatively like rub the side of your hand or something, and like to see if like the charcoal that you have on your skin, or not the ash you have on your
The
skin.
lack of charcoal.
Yeah, like the ash you must have smeared on your skin comes off, and then like run away giggling when they
Every
have
time we interact with Volcori, it's like
It-
this.
Well,
yeah
and Balthazar, I mean, he's a diplomat. He wasn't trained in it as much as his actual brothers, but he knows to be nice to them. If
yeah
they
like
ask questions, he'll be nice replies.
most of them run back to their parents, who like promptly just swat them. Like not a full like they're not hitting them, but it is like a basically a whack to the back of the head. You're not supposed to do that.
If they're close enough for me to say, please, they're only curious. I'll just say they're only curious. Please don't need to punish them for curiosity.
They're a little confused at the pun. Like, that's not a punishment. It's just how you raise kids. But yeah, they have a very Midwestern
Or
attitude about it all. But yeah, they
you don't need to swat them. They're just being curious.
Hey, quiet down or I'm pulling over. That's
yeah.
it. So help me, I'll go back there and I'll hit you with my ring net.
Yeah, it's not quite that bad. But yeah, like you'd say that this is about as big as Telbeck was, and Telbeck was kind of like a religious center. There must be around 400 people living here even after the plague. They don't have a dedicated market, but near the shore, there are places where haggling is being conducted. Not for coin, but they are bartering quite happily for anything that catches the eye, including several huge, freshly caught ghost tuna, which seems to be a local staple, so to speak.
Good stuff.
And yeah,
If only we could freeze it.
is there anything you guys would like to do here? It's that's the description. Do you want to just wander around town, or just, you gave your initial sales pitch, you made contact with a village chief, a chieftain, um, anything else? Anything in particular, or just wander?
I'll just
Um,
stick with the group. I think I've satisfied our requirement to show them that we're not here to attack them.
Yeah, and you did look pretty impressive flying in. Like there was a lot of looks. They weren't like, you know, gaping, shocked looks, but it was impressive.
It's impressive, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a third level spell. Those are pretty rare.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. But I mean, they're familiar enough with the concept, so it was like, oh,
Mhm.
he must be using magic. I was like, oh wow. Yeah, like I said, most of the looks are not hostile. It just seems like you're free to wander around.
um, go ahead.
Bemmy would go to one of the guards and be like, "So, what do you guys do for fun?"
Like it's the guard, blinks at you once or twice and just shrugs. We sometimes race canoes, climb climbing contests, uh, some betting on one of those things, painting, crafting, or actually, I wouldn't say painting, crafting. Um, Sometimes go out in one of the calmer ones and try diving for the bright stones. And he gestures towards a nearby guy
Bright
selling
stones.
enormous pearls,
Bright
Mm.
stones,
like
huh?
size of the fist pearl.
Ooh.
I think me and Bemmy has found our activity for this town. Put pearl diving.
Yeah, night diving, nothing safer.
Good thing I got superior dark vision through bullshit.
I mean, Bemmy does, but
Oh yeah, mine's
No,
mine's
that
if
just means I can see Jaws coming to eat us. That's all that means.
yeah,
My
you do
bad.
get
I
the
keep
impression there's a
forgetting.
lot of big things in the water around here.
I keep forgetting I don't have dark vision. I can just see through darkness because of my bullshit.
I mean, you do have dark vision, right? Half elf. Yeah, you got 60, or is it 60 feet? Yeah, I think it's 30 feet. You got 30 feet of dark vision.
And my eyes, my helmet, everything. I think I want to mix it so like darkness doesn't affect me.
Yeah, so
I
you
keep
can
thinking it
perceive.
boosts it.
I don't know, but yeah, either way you can see okay. Like I don't think anyone here is with. Oh no, it's Purser. Purser is without dark vision.
Yeah, I knew where you were going with that sentence, and I was about to cut you off.
um, but yeah, it's not like your standard coral bear fishing town, but there's some things that are just universal. Like it is still clearly a fishing town. There's some trade happening, but seems like life's just going about for these people.
Ludger does take note of that. But like in many ways, Ludger's also kind of thinking along the terms of like this is an area where rather than trying to like rat fuck like whatever materials we can get out of them, like trade could be done at a deficit to get basically a loyal ally. So,
Well,
um,
and they are locally they're known for certain substances, specifically the drug you can make from dream venom. So, um and dream venom itself, if you wanted to buy some, this is the best place to buy it, other than hunting it in the jungles, which dream serpents are not fun. So,
What's
why?
it? What's it do?
Well, it's some stuff. Let me grab the thing here.
it makes you dream.
Yeah, all the fun Purser was having in the jungles was definitely not attacking snakes.
They're pretty big too. They're very big snakes. One sec here. Let's see, tools. It's down here. It's drow. Here we go. Drow stuff. Let's zoom in. Poisons. Okay. Dream serpent venom. So the venom unprocessed is, well, poison. It hurts. But if you're someone who dreams, you will have vibrant dreams of jungles and thousands of angry hissing serpents. Um, if you trance and you experience that, uh, the serpents are not immediately hostile.
So what you're saying is we take it and then have Bick watch us.
Well, so that's just the unprocessed thing. The Qualstadt is dream serpent venom mixed with some other things to turn it into a psychoactive drug. It still does cause a little bit of poison damage, but it can't kill you. It can just, knock you out for a while. And when it causes a little bit of psychic damage actually. But when you take it, you gain advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws for the next hour, as soothing strands of dream coil through the waking world. But you will suffer disadvantage on strength and dexterity saving throws, and your speed is halved for the next hour, as you're dizzy and have a hard time moving your limbs. If you go to sleep while under the effects of it, you dream once again vividly of jungles filled with thousands of angry hissing serpents. If you trance, the serpents are not immediately hostile. But it's good if you're dealing with mental things, but it's that makes you a little logy when you take it.
You know what? I'm okay.
Good. That doesn't sound like a good trip. Okay.
So you mean to tell me if I fall asleep, I'm gonna have a nightmare about snakes?
Well,
Yes, it's
given
100% going to happen.
given
Nah,
that you
I'm all right.
trans, given that you trans, it would still be snakes, but they're not going to be immediately hostile. They might turn hostile,
But they will be hostile. They don't immediately turn. I'm dreaming about snakes.
yes, your trancing, your trance is like basically pulled into, instead of it just being a reverie of your memories, it is like you feel yourself sort of dreaming where it's a jungle filled with thousands of angry serpents. But they're
That's
not
it.
angry for you. So it's just thousands of serpents.
But doesn't that happen anyway? What does the drug actually do?
The
Yeah,
drug,
that's
like,
part of my thing. Is like, who the fuck takes this? You
no,
basically just listed like nothing but downsides.
the drug itself gives you advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws for the next hour.
For the next
Well-
hour, for multiple nights of pure nightmares.
The joke that I was making on Percy's behalf was that he has that nightmare every night anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you have advantage on 3 things, but then you also gain disadvantage on strength and dex saving throws, and your speed is halved. So that's the drug. It's good for, doing, maybe if you're worried about things in your
Drive
brain.
safe.
I don't know.
It's fine if you don't want to like snakes.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, not to fixate on this, but like I noticed it's saving throws, which indicates that like it's not even like, oh, I can take this before taking a test or some shit, or like it seems like it's literally like so I get blind, pissed drunk, and stumble aimlessly, and I'm weak as shit. But in the off chance that I get hit with a charm effect during the next hour, I'm good. But it doesn't even give me the benefit of like being good creatively or fucking like in
I will
test
say
taking or anything like that.
it's a very old recipe that was apparently meant to help against some, I won't say forgotten, but not terribly relevant enemy anymore. It is mildly addictive also, so like it's one of those things. Some people take it, and it packs a wallop.
Yes.
What kind of fucking maniac gets addicted to this shit?
I mean, I could say the same thing of fucking heroin. Like, what
Heroin at
benefits
least makes
does
you feel happy. This is like a guarantee. This is like taking Benadryl and liking it.
people
I
do
love
that?
taking deliriants and fucking seeing guaranteed bad trips.
Yeah. I was gonna say, one of a lot of the shit like heroin and crap, like, at least it makes you good at roofing. Like,
Yeah, it makes you feel good. This just I don't think this thing makes you feel good at all.
I would say it makes you feel pretty good in the waking hours. It's just when you're down, you feel bad. You just don't want to fall asleep while you're on it. That's all. But anyways, so that's a specialty that they sell. If any of you are interested, it sounds like I don't have a lot of takers. That is quite all right.
So, not to bring it back to the drugs topic, but
Mhm.
I think this is a problem for us. Not for us like as individuals, but collectively opening places with weird stuff like that to a Corvarin population. Because humans are not the best at risk assessment at the best of times. And this does not sound like a fun community drug.
What are you talking
What do you
about?
mean?
You
Yeah,
don't
I'm
know the
sh-
culture of these people.
Well, I don't care if they like it, but I know that the Corvarin people won't like it.
We won't have any problems controlling them anymore.
That's not the problem. Especially if it's addictive. We don't need snake heroin.
Boy, there's a quote. One sec.
I mean, if we can get our that person who doesn't like us, the nativist, on it, I mean, we can control her.
I don't think we can. I'm just gonna say this out of
David,
character. I
it's
don't think we
all
can.
but established. He's a fucking dragon. I'm pretty sure the snake heroine isn't going to work.
I'll just say the CIA tactics couldn't work out the dragons.
They are okay. I mean, yeah, you know what? This is a game about choice. I by all means try and give her this.
Oh my god.
So that's how we take control of the Dragon Empire. We sell them crack.
I mean,
yeah,
they have worse drugs over there.
they do.
Then we must corner the market.
Like
Yeah.
their drugs are like the raw essence of prophecy and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Listen,
that
they're
hits
just
hard.
like-
okay, listen. We already lean into like
No, that's something I can get hooked on.
the darker side of colonialism with this fucking campaign thus far. We don't need to add the goddamn opium wars to the list.
Oh.
I'm just saying, it's a good fallback plan.
We'll
Well,
call
that's
that Plan B. B for Balthazar.
That's like- That's essentially stumbling into a dragon's den. What's this horde? It's snake heroin.
It's technically worth the amount that it says a horde should be worth. All right.
I mean, is snake heroin any worse than literally be petrified remains of its serial killer victims?
Actually,
technically, those were like marble
acid
carvings
etched.
of
Yeah.
but yeah. Anyways, and I still maintain that was a cool way to show what black dragons tend to get up to. But yeah, so like I feel like some of this was in character, as like the various horrified reactions to what this drug is when it is explained. Is there anything else you guys want?
So, I see what y'all do for fun. What do you guys like to eat?
I mean, they gesture towards the fish, the corn, like the corn, fish, beans. Let's see what I list. It's relatively varied, like seaweed, certain kinds of seaweed, stuff like that.
Okay. Is there an inn around here? Like,
There aren't really the equivalent of an inn, but there's a lot of empty houses. Like they wouldn't object if you want to stay in one.
okay.
Yeah, if you guys want to stay overnight.
Okay.
Well, overday, but-
Since I started this shit, how much for the fucking adder venom?
Okay, let me look it up.
No.
It is.
Balthazar is a young man. You know, he's
Let it
still
try,
he
yeah.
was stuck in a monastery all of his life. He's now finally getting some freedom.
Okay, they're going to.
I take it all back, Dan. Humans are stupid at risk assessment.
You are a distinguished nobleman of Corvair. You have some damn respect.
No,
Rutger is very much like you are not going to take fucking snake like adder heroin and then go about screaming about the goddamn snakes when my children are within possible hearing distance.
you
know what?
He smokes this shit. You start hearing screams in the dam in the other room.
As
will-
fun
if
as
that
it would be for
happens-
Pick, we don't want any of that to happen.
Oh yeah! Oh my god! That'd be like horror movie night.
No, Pick, you want to see what my dreams are like? Come on down.
So, for your first dose, it is 5 gold. It is 10 for the one after that.
Oh, of course.
If they charge more for the second dose, they're just trying to get you hooked.
I know.
Oh, well, and I say equivalent, there would be bartering. They're not super, like, they're familiar with the concept of coinage. It's just not used much, but
You know
yeah.
what? I will buy it, but I will not use it.
Okay, all right. Then you have a dose of Qualashed,
See, I
and
have
it's
90
half a pound.
Purser's still
fuck
not happy
me.
about
Half
this.
a pound.
Holy
You
shit!
got half a pound of quash.
Damn,
So,
that's
Not
that's
only
a
are you
deal.
buying some kind of addictive nightmare drug, you're not even using it, and having it around children and pets.
The children will never know what this is.
Children.
If the children get their hands on this, Luker has every right to blow my brains out.
I love that little addendum. Children and Pick. That's great. Okay.
If Pig takes this is her fault.
Pick
No, she
doesn't
doesn't.
dream.
She doesn't dream. She doesn't
Actually-
dream.
I
Actually,
don't
that would,
sleep.
yeah. Now that I
I
think
can't
that
sleep.
that might
Half a
have some
pound, you said?
interesting effects on Pick. Your people told you not to take this pick, by the way, like flat out. Now that I think of it.
They
Oh.
probably
So Black
and
goes-
she's not the rebel, like she's not the type that would look at it and be like, well, they told me not to, so I'm gonna rebel. She's like, they just told me it was bad and stupid and don't, so I don't because it's
Like,
bad and
They
stupid.
they told you it was bad and stupid when like the dreamers and the the elves do it. They just said don't do it in the same way they said like don't cut off your wings. Like they just the implication there
don't.
was that it does some horrific shit to Thrycreen.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, hard pass. Absolutely no curiosity. She trusts her people.
Don't take it, and I'm assuming don't look at people's dreams while they're taking it.
No, they didn't say anything about that. It's just there's some things about Thrycreen that interacts with in an odd way. So
I was gonna say,
yeah.
yeah, being forced to basically dream when you can't dream, I'm sure it's great.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's more like the
Thrycreen-
effect that coffee has on insects.
Thrycreen are interesting. Some Corvaran some Corvaran researchers swear that Thrycreen like may not exist in Eberron in the same way normal peoples do. There's a lot of
They're
debate
almost like
about
in a half reality.
Yeah, nobody's really sure. But they do seem to have an odd affinity for, Realm of Dreams. So maybe it has something to do with that.
So a pound of hap is just what I just smoked this shit.
It doesn't say. I feel like if it's a derivative of venom, I don't know. It says pound implies it's solid. Sure, let's say you smoke it. Why not?
Still a pound for 5 gold. That's a deal.
If it requires smoking, I'll wait until he starts and cast air bubble on him.
Oh, you're hotboxing for me, man. Thanks.
Well, and it prevents you from
purifies it.
suffocating, so it like
It-
keeps the gas out of your chest.
Yeah,
Am I
exactly.
not allowed to have fun?
Someone
You-
stand on my chest. All right,
You,
so
you are going to be hotboxed for a full 24 fucking hours. Do you understand
will-
how
I-
high you are going to fucking be?
Do you understand how many
but-
snakes?
I mean, in real life, kinda, but not with this kind of shit.
Look, look, I know you're going to do it, all right? But if I set up a meal for me Mo to see this and it gives me brownie points, you can't blame me.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
Nobody that scares people out of doing that kind of stuff. But
if it stops her from whipping you through that mirror, go ahead.
But
If
she might just
Mima
find it
wants
really
you to
funny.
take more, then I'm tying you to the deck.
If she tells me to take more, I'm not taking it. I'm not even gonna take this. I just want to see I just want to experiment with it.
Yeah, exactly. It's just you're a little snake curious.
Yeah, I'm a
But,
little slitherious. So.
Yeah, Slitherius. So, is there besides buying some substances? What else would you guys like to do?
Well, I'm trying to pull up my character sheet again. There we go. Purser would like to buy some substances.
Okay, they have substances, aplenty.
Gonna track down some suitable like scribing material inks.
Okay, they have them.
And I'll,
Yeah, standard cost. That's where we won't do any shenanigans there. But yeah,
oh,
they
you
absolutely
know
have 'em.
what?
They have black
Gotta-
root oil. They even have some blinding mangrove. They have it's not as it's not anywhere near as varied a selection as like in Gwenedical, but they do have some southern specialties. Black root oil is the southern drow equivalent of the goggles. It's an oil that you brew from the roots of the black root fern. as an action, you can drop a dose of that oil into your eyes, and if you do, you lose the sunlight sensitivity trait for 1 hour. Uh, blinding mangrove, contact or inhaled. A creature that comes into contact with this must succeed on a DC 13 con saving throw or be poisoned for a minute. Can repeat the saving throw at the end of each returns. If the creature fails any such saving throw by 5 or more, the latex has gotten its eyes, and the creature is blinded for as long as it is poisoned. If it inhales burning mangrove, it is blinded for as long as it's poisoned, regardless of the degree of failure. So if you burn it, it's much worse than if you just throw it in their eyes. But yeah, so those are the substances they have beyond standard spell stuff.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
But yeah,
For
anything
one
else?
for 1 minute?
Yeah, let me look here. Yes, for 1 minute. They're repeating the saving throw each time, so they have a chance to throw it off. And it is about 50 gold worth to buy a dose of it. Well, actually, no, wait, I have prices, so it's 25 gold.
I'm just saying it's a very effective riot weapon.
Yeah, you go that option.
Just to check, Lemmical is the ranching town, right?
Yes. Yep. Let
Okay.
me zoom in here. I think Eberron clan. Yeah. Yep, it is. I was just double checking. Yeah, the Limquick clan are ranchers primarily, and that's their capital.
I'm turning Ludger's unit into a more of a general thing for Ludger, and one of the things I'm doing is trade notes, or
Okay.
so we're just finish out with the Hoular. So
Okay. Fair enough.
uh,
And yeah, if you guys want to stay the day, stay the night, whatever, stay for a day, stay for a long rest, you can do so here. Although there's no negative looks yet, as long as you guys are willing to buy stuff, but they're not super welcoming.
Nah, I think we should go back to the ship.
Okay. You can do that. But yeah, as you guys finish going around making your purchases and whatnot, you are stopped by a drow woman. She's dressed in similar clothes as the rest of the village, but with feathers added to her shoulder, into the shoulder, added to her shoulders and woven into her hair. She has a wild, hateful glare and looks over all of you, pointing and half yelling, "Why haven't we given them to the jungle? They're working with the fiends to the north." And at that, one of the guards just steps up and says, "Chieftain Wenoi has declared them guests, priestess. They're not to be harmed." The drow growls and kind of bares her teeth and just says, "Guests." She takes a step forward and both of the guards tense. Uh, "How dare you? I saved your son, Gwandad, and your wife, Mindril, from the sickness that these people must have spread. I've seen it." Um, yeah, the guards look really uncomfortable, but do hold their ground. "We're grateful for all you've done, Silinar, but these are the words of the chieftain, and they are wise." The woman gives all of you a look of pure disdain before leaving in a huff.
And I'm still trying to remember all the lore of Eberron, but my family they just got wiped out in civil wars right into the plague get them too.
No, your people you're from Korover, a different continent.
I know that, so I just didn't know what happened to them again. I was just
There
gonna
was
see
no
if I could.
plague. There was think think Chernobyl slash Fukushima slash I don't know, Hiroshima.
Yeah.
Um, and
Hiroshima is
To,
the example I always
to
use.
to
yeah,
a good example. All right, so
but it was an entire country, and no one knows who dropped the bomb, and nobody admitted to it. So it was one of those yeah. Um, That's
Sounds
what
like
happened
someone
to your
was like,
people.
"I have an idea,"
The seven
and then that
pillars of
happened, and they're
holy
like, "I will
Volga.
never tell a soul."
Belkin ate the crazy hamburger.
Something happened that was spoopy. Another party may have
So-
uncovered it, but for some reason they maybe they kept a secret.
But we had an epic gamer moment just like Belka.
Could have been, could have been. But this drow woman seems to be blaming you guys for the plague, which is totally unfair. You didn't do anything like that. So
We haven't even started giving him blankets yet.
yeah, totally. So uh,
I was gonna say before she leaves, I'll just speak to her in Elven and say, I lost most of my family to a similar event. To think I would even do that to other people is disgusting.
yeah, she just glares at you, and doesn't seem to really believe you.
Man,
I'm
make a
going to
persuasion
take the
check at
time.
can do a persuasion check at super disadvantage.
Yeah,
Well, one
On
sec.
account you're
What were
holding
you
a
saying?
brick of heroin.
What?
The brick of heroin is in the backpack, and also that's
I'm not a bad guy. Holds a pile of drugs.
Maybe
this
you
is
bought them from
I
them.
sourced it. I sourced it from your people. That's your fault.
Yeah. But before I
Sound like I
answer
went
that, what were you saying, Bemmy?
Spoken like a true gringo tourist.
What
This
were
is
you
good.
saying, Bemmy?
I was good. This is good turn into like the halfway point of Max Payne 3.
Could be. But
Well, I
Zach,
was
what were
gonna
you saying
say,
before that?
Oh no, nothing. That's literally it.
Okay, sorry. I just wanted to. Okay, then.
I was saying, can I make like a uber mega at a disadvantage persuasion check?
Sure, you can. Yeah, go ahead and give me a
At
persuasion check. At disadvantage.
mega disadvantage. Oh
That
fuck!
just translates to disadvantage. Yeah, she doesn't seem to believe you. And yeah, it's Purser, could I get a perception check?
Yes.
Thanks. Odd that she doesn't like you guys. Anyways, um, yeah. So you guys are good to depart whenever you'd like, or hang around more, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, it's ski daddle.
And don't want to spend the day at least. Be kind or just take off.
Spend the night, day, one of those things. But yeah, if you guys want to get going, I mean, you are on kind of a deadline. Like technically, after a
Mhm.
certain point, they will run out of food in the one settlement.
It's true.
Okay. Then yeah, it's not easy to like exactly navigate the ship, but one of the fishermen is willing to paddle ahead of you in his outrigger. Um, and yeah, you guys go back, drag your dinghy off the beach, go out into the water. Percy, are you willing to cast fly again, or are you just like, no, that was enough for an
Yeah,
intro?
I'll fly back. Yeah.
Okay, all right, so you're flying. Um,
It's not about the efficient spell slot usage. It's about sending a message.
that's a fair point. And when you're about halfway out, the fisherman points to the sky with a panicked yell and says, Kongamato. And you see 4 huge flying reptiles with red and white plumage across their abdomens, swooping towards you in barely controlled dives. They flare their wings as they get closer and let out simultaneous enraged screeches. Let's put you
Congo
guys on the
what?
map. Zoom out. And yeah. And if you guys could roll initiative for me.
Are these
Post.
pterodactyloids?
Yeah. I will post
Okay.
an image here.
I will use inspiration.
Okay.
Purser, as ever, is prepared for everything.
And you're even flying. So
Mm-hmm.
let's see here. Where is it?
I don't think I have any more spell slots left.
It's been several days. You guys have all had long
Oh.
rest. It's been like six
I need to
days
hit
now.
that.
Yeah.
My
Yep.
brain, sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're
I
ill.
blame the Dayquil.
I ran a game while I had COVID, and I don't know the quality of that game.
I'm surprised you remembered that you did it.
Oh, I remembered because everybody was like, "Go to bed, you're dying." It wasn't too far inaccurate for what was happening in that
Oh,
actually.
no, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Let's see here.
No, I gotta
One of
read
the
this
great
next 8 paragraphs for you guys. No, Sam, it's okay.
Listen, it was a once a month game. I was not going to miss that. It's hard enough for what skipping once a month means 2 months between games. That is completely unacceptable.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. All right, so we got Ludger, Balthazar, Pick, Purser, and Bemmy. All right, we got everybody. So Pick and Purser, you guys wouldn't have to be in the boat, but I imagine you'd be want to be relatively close to it, wherever you want to put yourselves.
Yeah, it'd just be above it by like 15
Above
feet.
it. Okay, fair enough.
Hi, Freya.
Pick could be lazy. She might actually be in the boat.
That's fair. Yeah.
Sitting
fair.
on Purser's shoulders again up in the sky.
As he's
Yep.
flying, it's
Like
a good
he's
helping
flying. I
pick.
might as.
You don't
this
even
is-
need wings. Yeah. All right. So, Ludger, it is your turn. These things are swooping towards you. They don't look super friendly.
Freya, what are you doing?
Okay, time to activate like ZSU 23. I do action surge. And hopefully I can actually roll one of these without getting a fucking a nat 1.
Oh, don't say that out loud, man.
If I don't say it, like it's not like not saying it has fucking helped. Uh,
Still.
That's fair.
Obviously it's the closest one.
Okay.
Freya.
16 hits. Yep.
Uh, okay, I am going to use my precision attacks on that 14 and that 15.
Okay. Enough.
Boom. So that's 18 and that's 20.
Yeah, those both hit. So, you have a 16, a what are your rolls after adding on to? It's 16
It'd
for your
be
first.
it'd be 16, 18, and 20.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, those all hit, and the sub 10 one does not hit. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
But
expected.
yeah, go ahead and roll damage as you shoot down this flying reptile.
Okay, and yeah. That is. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So that is That's 61 piercing damage.
Yeah, that's a lot. All right. Okay. That hurt it, and it is bloodied. And anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Balthazar, what would you like to do?
Well, had my rest, had all my stuff come back, so pop my powers.
Immediately smoke the snake. I got this,
No.
guys.
Takes hit of snake venom.
I'm about to go Super Saiyan.
So I meant to be pull out a bong. I pull. Oh man, with Astral Self doing tripping on that shit. Oh man, you're gonna see some action.
Well, yeah, that'd be man, that'd be a hell of a trip. But yeah, so
Hopefully my monk powers let me control that stuff. But let's see here. I got my sight. All right, so 120 feet. Yep, so I was right. I do get big distance. And advantage on those saves, and I got my power.
you still have like half of Bemmy's dark vision. Bemmy can see like 300 and something. Like it is ridiculous. I don't even know what it
He's a
is.
drow,
It's,
doesn't matter.
yeah.
Then I will
Drought plus
hold. I
Gloomstalker.
will hold my action to just pummel the shit out of the second one. Die bombs.
Gotcha. Okay, so um as a bonus action as part. Okay, so you bonus action activated the astral self. Action is held, and the trigger is when one attacks you or attacks the group or attack. Like, what's the exact trigger?
And it gets within 10 feet of me, so that's
Okay,
my reach
gotcha.
is.
When one of these things gets within 10 feet, you attack. Gotcha. Okay. So, Ick, what would you like to do?
Well, I think I'm going to go with staying stable where I'm at so I get the bonus or the steady shot
Okay.
and taking a shot at this first one here.
Despite the rocking of the boat, you are utterly steady.
It's the weird little legs. Okay.
And the many arms.
Can use the bottom two for stable while I shoot.
Exactly.
I don't know if that hits though.
A 12 does not quite hit.
Totally okay. I wasn't as steady as I thought. Boat's scary.
I feel like you were very steady. It's just this dang boat. It's really all on the boat. But in that case, if that is all, then we will go to this one right here. I'll say they were about 20 feet up. So they got Purser, you said you're 15 feet in the air. Hoysa, you with us? Then he's going to fly forward here. How many feet did he have?
Activate.
Yeah, he's gonna fly forward. Let's see if I can do the thing. He's he didn't come down any. He's 20 feet up in the air. He's attacking Purser, who's 15 feet in the air.
Nice going.
And let's see. Oh, nice. Okay. So he's gonna fly up. He's going to make. Oh, one sec. They didn't include that. My bad. One sec. I have to add this. They didn't include one of his attacks. I'll just quickly enter it here. Oh, okay, good. He does have a. And that. Okay. Sorry, I just had to enter one. For some reason, the Roll20 version didn't have one of the attacks. I had to manually enter it. Okay. And I just leave that in. All right, fixed. While I'm at it, I might as well check to make sure this stuff is. Yeah, that works. All right, so he's going to go up and he's going to try and bite Purser, but he's not quite close enough for a claw because he can only get 40 feet. I'm thinking a 10 probably doesn't hit Purser.
Not typically, no.
Okay. Yeah, that's all it can do right now. Cool. And then we'll go to this one. This one, you guys just shot it. It knows that that's a problem. And with, yeah, you know what? It seems to pretty thoroughly focus on the ship. It's going to fly down and trigger your reaction there, Bemmy. Or Balthazar, sorry.
So close.
Both of those hit.
So that'd be 13.
Okay. Take that off. And it is going to attack the boat that you guys are in an odd show of intelligence. As it double damage, yeah. As it seems really effective at attacking boats. Where is the thing here? Vehicle. Here we go. Rope. Okay. Not too bad. So a first attack does not hit. Second do hit. And your rowboat takes some pretty significant damage, as it seems like it's really good at punching holes in boats and things like that. Jeez, that's a lot. Okay, yeah, your boat is it's still holding together, but if it was capable of being at half, it's below that. Yeah, your ship is bloodied. Wait a minute, that one's not bloodied. Fucking ship is. God damn it. Oh no, wait, that is. It's just that the ship has a giant hitbox. Okay. Yeah, so it feels pretty good about that. And it's going to then fly on the rest 10 feet it has, not provoking opportunity attacks because it has flyby. And Bemmy, it is your turn. The boat is like the front half of the boat is almost ripped off. There's water leaking in.
Of course it is. This is what a giant's dinghy looks like.
Well, now,
It's not. The dinghy is just you guys got it from Mishann. The giant dinghy would not be very good for like beaching on sand. It did not include it. This is
Okay.
just a dinghy.
All right. We got water coming in. Purser's not dead. I'm sure he has a remedy for that. I'm just gonna try to shoot the shit.
Okay.
maybe I won't now.
Well, now I don't want to. This one is very badly injured.
I'm just trying to think of how would Bemmy think this through, and that's exactly what would be going through his head. Well, he saved my life with this. He trapped my vomit inside of a fishbowl, and it was weird. But I'm not dead, so I have faith that this
Purser
sinking
will
boat,
fix it. Yeah,
it'll be okay.
I love that's a go-to. Purser will fix it.
Person will
Be
fix
fine.
that. I'm no good with a hammer, but he's got some crazy silly magic bullshit that always works. He's prepared for this. Why wouldn't he be? He always says he's prepared.
I am prepared. Yes.
All right, so the one that's hurt the most is this
Fair
guy.
enough. Yeah, badly hurt.
Okay, I'm getting that. My first attack will be against him.
Okay.
All right. But I will cast a bonus action Hunter's Mark since I'm not going
Okay.
anywhere.
Okay.
I don't know why I did that, but
Okay.
anyways, I guess I'm gonna have to roll it now. So for the first attack,
Definitely hits you.
okay, let's see the damage. 9 plus 6. So that would be 15 points of damage. Is it dead?
No.
Okay, one more of that. Oh, Bermel's Despair. 13.
15 does not hit.
No. Oh, yeah, no, 13 does not hit. Uno mas.
28 does hit.
Wow, 7 plus. Doop, just an additional 8.
Okay. Okay. It is still not dead. It looks like it's really close to being dead. Maybe it's in single digits.
Of course.
It's not at 1. Don't worry, it's not at 1. But yeah, it's very badly injured, and
Is it too?
actually, one sec. Let me see if it. At this point, it needs to make that. See if it can. Nope, it's still doing what it's doing. Okay. Anything else, Bemmy?
Mm-mm. I'm good.
Okay. It is this one's turn, and
I know we
it.
don't have any way of knowing it, but I very strongly am like convinced that's that fucking bitch that's in town that like caused this shit.
This one
Considering
is.
one, like every other predator we fought thus far, with we fucking like chew it up that much, it
One
fucking
HP.
pops smoke. Whereas these things are like trying to kamikaze us. So yeah.
So this one's going to fly up and try and attack Purser. 16 to hit,
16 misses.
13 to hit,
13 misses.
and 21 to hit.
I'll cast shield to block
Okay.
that one.
As the claws scrape down the shield, like you can making sparks. And you know what? It had 10 feet. It's gonna fly back a little bit. And yeah. Purser, what would you like to do?
Okay. So I'm gonna drop down, so I'm floating just above the deck of the rowboat.
Okay.
Just like toes scraping the wood. And
Okay.
let me double check the range on this spell real quick. Oh, 300 feet, yeah. So the Pteranodon in the back, I will cast Earthbind on.
Okay.
So it'll have to give me a DC 14 strength saving throw.
Okay. I like that. 18.
Okay, it saves.
Okay. It saves, and yeah, it it's odd when you cast that. It like the spell starts to take effect, and it saves, but it saves by like basically just folding its wings in, half dropping, and a very nimble, agile, aerial shenanigans. Like you've seen all of them do this, but that was fighter pilot level nimble. That was really impressive.
Hmm.
And
Okie dokie.
yeah, okay. This one's turn, and it's going to fly. It's 20 feet up, so it would have to come down. Yeah, it's going to fly over here. Oh no, wait. I keep forgetting they got 60 feet. It's gonna fly here. Um, and it's gonna dash to get on this side, and that's its turn. Ludger.
Okay, Lutger is going to attack the wounded one.
Okay.
Try to get action economy on our side.
Gotcha.
And the one that's right next to me is like 15 feet up in the air, right?
Yeah, 20 feet up. Yep.
Okay, so yeah, still attacking the wounded one.
Gotcha.
Okay, I am going to do precision strike.
Okay.
So 1 die 8 on that one.
Gotcha. Nice.
Okay, so
Nice.
that is definitely a hit. I'm going to roll damage, but before I attack the next one.
Fair enough.
Okay, 16.
How would you like to do it? Was that 8?
Like right through the bottom of its beak, right up into its brain.
Yeah. The whole it just goes limp and looking like a band, like a kite that somebody let go of the string. It just crumples in midair and splashes into the water.
Okay, next one is which the one directly to the north of us is the one that Balthazar punched, right?
Um,
Or is it another one? Ha
Balthazar.
have any of the other ones been hurt yet?
Let me see here. I think Balthazar. He did hit. Okay, sorry for some reason. Or no, he hit the one that had already been damaged. So none of the others had been hit yet. I was wondering why there wasn't any damage on them. These two flew up and attacked Purser, so these two are still 20 feet up in the air, I believe. This one flew over in a different angle, but yeah. So this was the only one that had gone low and was fucking up the ship or boat. I guess is probably more appropriate for a dinghy. So these are 20 feet in the air above water level.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just shoot the one directly to the north then.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, and I am gonna once again use my superiority die to re-roll that.
Cool.
Fuck.
So
That is 14.
does not quite hit. No crazy aerial shenanigans from it. It's just the boat rocks a little bit, and it's a narrow miss, but you barely miss catching one of its wings.
All right, and my turn.
Okay, Balthazar, what would you like to do?
Are any in my range?
They are 20 feet up in the air.
If I do a standing high jump, can I hit one?
What's the stuff for jumping? I don't want to just say no out of hand. It's D&D 5e Elite.
What's up?
I was just what's the numbers for jumps? For like if you just do a
Oh, a
vertical
running
leap.
jump is half of your strength score in elevation. With a standing start, it's half that high again, so a quarter of your strength score.
Gotcha. Okay, so high jump, yeah. Um, hmm. Yeah,
Even if he
what's
had
your
a thing at 20, it wouldn't be enough.
I don't think you can quite make it,
I have a
sadly.
reach of 10, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Then probably not. What you could do, first, how high up are you?
I'm like on the boat.
Oh, you're on the boat. Okay.
Yep.
I would say if you want to, as an action, make an acrobatics check to like springboard off Purser's shoulder and try and leap up to grab the legs of one of these things, like this one. I would allow it if you like,
All
but
right.
if you fail, you're just gonna plummet into the water. So it's
Okay. Nah, I'd win.
I don't think Purser has
I
time to
I
give
give
consent for this, but he will
I
hold a
give
grudge.
I am going to give my inspiration
So I have a
to
so I have a
Balthazar to get that 20.
so I have a 20. Yeah.
okay. All right, then yeah, you're able to with your ethereal hands, able to grab onto this thing's like dangly little legs, um, and you're now going for a ride,
All right.
dangling
I
underneath it.
have bonus action flurry. Can I hit? Are they next to each other?
Uh, I would say like you can do that, but keep in mind you're going to have disadvantage on any checks needed to stay on this thing in the future,
No,
like letting
I'm
go with
holding
one
on
hand.
to one leg and I'm using my astral hands to
I
punch.
get it, but I'm just warning you, hanging on to it with one hand, you're hanging on to like that'll be tricky. But yeah, you could do it. You could do
Also,
it.
the arms don't have to be my hands. I can use my legs to kick.
You could. Yeah, well, your arms are how you're holding on to it mentally for me.
So
So
yeah,
like,
so I'm kicking.
yeah. Uh I would say you can make them, but keep in mind it's going to make it harder to cling to this thing. But
Oh,
yeah.
I'm not punching the one I'm holding on to. Punching to one the next one's next to
I
it.
get you, but I'm saying you're
Okay,
holding
okay.
on to them with one hand with like a psychic arm. It's gonna be shit. There's gonna be possible shenanigans. But yeah,
All
go
right,
ahead and do your thing.
all right. I use my flurry to attack the one next to it. So hey, an 18. Eight
18
force on that
does
one.
hit. Yep, yep. I'll take that off. Okay. It is not halved yet. All right. Anything else, Balthazar, beyond buckle in, bucko?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Pick. What shall I do?
Okay.
Balthazar is doing something interesting. He's clinging to this thing's legs with like barely, like semi-translucent arms.
I inject the venom into it.
Oh God.
You mocked me
goes-
for getting mistake, Carolyn.
There goes my interesting evening of television. Okay. This guy looks like he's almost down, right?
That is your boat that's actually got that red dot.
Oh, good,
Yeah, your
good.
boat is like nearly flooding, to be honest, at this point. It's got like the front half of it's almost ripped off.
Well, I'm gonna shoot this guy.
Between 50 and 0, it's at 8.
Lovely. I don't have boat repair, so we're just gonna go ahead and shoot some people.
You know who had his crazy boat repair? A certain dwarf from a long abandoned game. You remember that? Remember that Sam? The fucking
Oh yeah. Jason's like
Jason's
2 billion to boat repair.
yeah. All right, but sorry, I digress. A 25 does hit, and if you are doing your whole stand still and sneak, you absolutely
Yep.
hit that. So that's pretty good. 18. Yeah, it's okay. Thank. Anything else? Vic, you with us?
Yes, that's all.
Okay. All right. Then this one here, going to dive down and start trying to finish off the boat. And it's going to dive down and make its multi-attacks. All right. With the first blow, the boat is punctured and starts to come apart under you guys' feetsies. Just a little thing here to indicate that it is destroyed. And then its next one is going to be at probably Purser. Yeah, probably Purser. 16 to hit. Purser.
Sorry.
16 to
What's
hit.
up?
The
No, that
ship just
misses.
crumbled underneath you. And 16 misses. And then a nat 20 to hit for 1 sec here.
Yeah, I can't stop that one.
Yeah. This would be worse. For 19 slashing.
Ow.
And yeah, then it's going to just fly away, making satisfied cawing noises that it trashed your ship. Yeah, back here. Okay. And Bemmy, you are swimming as the ship has lost consistency under you.
Well, looks like I'm looking for pearls.
That's fair.
What else is there to do? You know what? Since this one's dead, I can at least move the hunter's mark to another target, right?
You can, absolutely, yeah.
Which one?
Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, I have to retroactively do a couple saves here. I forgot something. Let me see if. Oh, okay. All right. This one seemed to screech, and it's maybe it's just because it's more injured, but it doesn't seem focused on you guys very much anymore. This one right here. Sorry. Go ahead.
Note to self. Yeah, note to self. Come back to this town and beat the brakes off of that fucking bitch.
But yeah, Bemi, you are currently swimming. You Yeah, it's tricky to fire a bow while swimming.
Exactly. That's why the only thing I'm doing is moving that hunter's mark,
Gotcha.
and
Who
there's got to
who are you
be.
moving it to? This is the most injured one, but it also seems to be having an odd change of heart, or at least very confused.
Well, hmm. You know what? I guess I could potentially upcast it. Yeah.
What does
Upcast
up?
what?
Wait, no.
I don't think that does anything for Hunter's Mark. It's a
No.
weird spell. Yeah.
At higher levels, you cast it. You can maintain your concentration just for longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a weird one.
It makes it not a concentration if you upcast it, basically.
Yeah.
Good thing I got a new ride.
Oh, it's got to be for a third or a fourth. So never mind. I don't have it.
That's fair.
I don't have those spell slots to just throw away willy nilly
Glaring at Purser as he's
Don't you?
hovering over the water.
No,
over
I'm
the
not.
water.
I'm
Yeah.
in the water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I stopped flying to cast
Right.
Earthbind.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Derp. Okay. Then yeah. Then you're glaring at him in the water next to you.
He does look smugly prepared as usual.
So who are you moving the mark to?
This one here.
Gotcha.
I know
All
he's
right.
having a change of heart, but I don't really give a shit.
Yeah, but fuck him.
Um.
Right. I got you.
Yep.
That's fair.
And mm,
Purser casts Greater Mending and immediately fixes the boat. See? That is a ritual spell. Like that's something that is available. Costs some money, and I don't know if I would use it on a dinghy, but you know, it's a thing.
Not when I can just cast Fly.
Right, but Purser, you're friendly. You want to help your friends to not be in the water.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Fly on them.
Oh, on them?
Oh,
Okay.
him.
Cast it on Pick, yeah.
Oh, is Pick in the water too?
No.
No.
Okay.
I feel like
He's
Pick
just
started
giving you
fluttering.
grief.
So
Yeah.
only one of my friends is in the water.
Yeah, well, I mean, everyone who was on the boat is in the water. It's
Yeah,
destroyed.
Bemmy.
Yeah.
Except for me.
Oh, right, yeah. Luker is currently sinking. Yeah. Fine.
Also, he doesn't have to breathe.
Yeah,
I
he's got
think...
those strong Parnathi lungs. He'll be fine, even if he sinks to the bottom. He just walks back.
It's fine. Luker can float.
I will walk back to that town and beat the crap out of the high priestess.
Well, what does she have to do with this? What, she summoned these fucking things?
Yeah, that's crazy talk.
Yeah. But he's only been like dropping hints that these things are like fucking controlled. And this
Purser,
happened right after you brought evil on this town.
I don't believe you.
Purser,
I need.
are you
Yes,
hurt
you got a single fact to
at
back
all?
that up?
I am uninjured.
Is anybody
My
injured
sources,
at
I
all?
made it the fuck up.
This is definitely a conversation that's happening in character. But yeah, Bemmy, as far as who's injured, Purser might have taken a little bit of a love tap.
He said he is not injured at all.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't say that.
He's just
Well,
fine. In Purser's
If you
sense,
know,
he's
if
fine.
you know, how, well, that's his fucking problem. Because Bemmy has no reason to believe that he would lie to him.
Yeah, I'm not
that's
bloodied
crazy.
yet. I haven't actually been like hit. I've
That's
just
fine.
lost hit points.
Oh,
Well, I mean, you were clawed, but yeah,
Yeah, I caught it on my coat and got knocked into the water. I'm fine.
yeah, exactly.
cure wounds.
Gonna
Okie dokie.
rub his
Yeah,
back.
there you go. I'm checking your temperature. Do with that what you will.
I'm wearing a coat.
I'm checking your temperature.
All right, so that
Speaking
looks
of
like
temperature,
14.
actually, we are
Yeah.
pretty far south. How cold is this water?
Not very cold, to be like, if
Okay.
I'm being honest. Yeah, it's not bad.
We're
Not quite
far
bathwater
south, but
warm,
we're far
but
south of Madagascar. Like,
yeah,
it's
yeah, You're pretty it's pretty warm. It's
That's fair.
not quite bathwater warm at night, but normally this would like honestly here and even in Mishann, if you wanted to go swimming and you weren't terrified of the things that lurk in the water here, like it's pretty. This is good swimming. Like these would be great beaches if you wanted to try the early tourism stuff. Like it's very warm water, so you're fine for that.
We got Crack to sell
And
for
warm beaches.
tourism.
But yeah, so some healing and anything else, Bemmy?
No,
Okay.
no, I'm
Uh,
fine.
is this
Are you okay, Bemmy?
guy
No,
is going?
just literally just. But we've got crack to sell.
Exactly. You see, now that my mic quality is way
I'm-
better, I get my voice, like my inflections can make shit funnier now.
Yeah, I mean that's why usually when people aren't laughing at my jokes, I know they can
No.
hear me, so I just say louder.
Exactly. That's why I say it
Um,
like 3 more times. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I do. So that one just flew away. It seemed to not like what was happening. Purser, what would you like to do? Besides tread water.
Okay. So there's only 2 left. Pick is in the air, so she's safe.
Yeah,
I
she's
will
fluttering.
cast Fly on myself and Bemmy using a 4th level slot,
Oh, I see. Yeah, fair enough.
since he's the one complaining so much.
Fair enough. And he did just give you a very nice back rub. So yeah, you
And
and
I'll
Bemmy
soar 60 feet up into the air.
majestically. Yeah, nice. Cool. You are looking down on all of this, and I'm not. You know what? We'll say that this is a particularly bright night of moonlight. So between that reflecting off the water, you can see pretty well, but it is dark. But yeah, you're peering down, squinting a little bit, but you can see the shapes. And anything else?
That'll be it for Purser.
Okay. This one's turn, and it's going to immediately beeline towards you, Purser, in an oddly focused charge. Going to, it's 60 feet. It was 20 feet up. Yeah, it can reach you. 1, 2, 3. Flies up where you are, and 11 to hit,
Nope.
9 to hit,
Nope.
22 to hit. That's better.
Yes.
13 slashing.
Ugh. Okay.
Okay.
That's So the fly spell ends. And
So I will say for going into water, I really liked one of the rare things I liked from third edition was the first, like if it's just 10 feet into the water, that doesn't count. Like the first 10 feet basically doesn't count for damage. So it'll be 5d6 instead of 10, because I always like it always seemed to me a little silly that like there was no give in water. So it will be 5d6 here.
yep.
19 bludgeoning damage as you splash into the water. Probably
Okie dokie.
striking like a boat or something, a little bit of the boat or something like that.
Like bounce off a floating piece of the like hull.
Yeah.
And...
Ugh. But yeah, fly is a rough one like that. I've had that happen. I was so fucking mad. I used like my 6th or 7th level slot. I was like, I'm gonna be a good party member. I'm gonna give it to everybody. Immediately I get shot down and like everybody loses their fly. I was so fucking mad. All right, Lidker, what would you like to do? You could try. I will say, for those of you in the water, you could try and like scramble onto one of the pieces of the boat to try and give yourself a platform. It's not going to last more than like a round or two, but it would give you something to shoot from.
Okay, I'm going to try to do that.
Okay. Acrobatics or athletics check. Try and like make this thing not roll underneath you and clamber onto it. It's essentially like standing on a barrel in the water.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's about right.
you can't quite make it. But I will say the upside here is that the mechanics of a heavy crossbow, like if you you can shoot out of the water with it. Like I would say realistically, if you're at the surface of the water, you can shoot without it being a problem. Like that feels fair. It's not a longbow where you need to draw back and like reload it that way. It's a lot more equivalent to a rifle. So I would say you can still
Good.
fire.
Good. Thank you for telling me that. So it's gonna be good information for when we kill Aquaman.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the Commander Strike battle maneuver
Okay.
to give Balthazar the ability to like punch the pterodactyl he's holding on to.
Okay.
Okay, and I just let me check something. Uh, Okay, so I am so first things first, Balthazar, if you want to make your attack, so I have an idea of all that.
Okay.
Look at that. All right.
Okay, in addition, in terms of shit that's getting doubled, uh, okay, so that's an additional 14 because you add the superiority die to the attack, and you got a critical, so that's 14
Yeah, it's
plus
7 to
your
each roll.
9.
So 14 plus 9. All right, so 25.
Hold up, let me just double check. Actually, I'm gonna okay. Take the attack action, direct one of your companions to strike. Expend one superior die. Can immediately use its reaction to make one weapon attack, adding the superiority die to the attack's damage roll. So I don't think it's for both of them or
So it's just
any of that,
16.
but
That's still pretty good for a
yeah,
reaction.
yeah.
Minus.
Well, no, it'd still be 23 because you got a critical. That's 7
Okay, that gets
gets
stacked.
doubled.
Okay, so okay.
I'll roll
It's just
dice.
you
So
can't.
23. Okay.
let me roll something here. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, and for my actual attack, I am going to use my thing to use a lightning arrow on the one above us because it's high up in the air. Can't shock us, and also fuck sign.
Okay. Okay. don't don't get a one. It's, I'm imagining you just like you're hitting the side of it and you fail to shoot and it just goes off in the
Someone
water.
give me a someone give me a fucking uh,
I already
a
used mine
goddamn
on
inspiration.
initiative.
You can have it. You can have mine. You can have it. I'm already flying.
Okay, I'm not even gonna be greedy. 13.
All right. 13 doesn't quite hit, but you don't fucking like drop a car battery into the water next to you. That was
Okay,
uh
so regardless, even with a miss, do 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 do, 11, yeah, 11 like lightning damage or thunder
Right,
damage.
right. Okay, okay. Let me take that off and do something real quick. Gotta do a.
Oh,
Oh. Okay.
it's just for the recharge thing to
Okay.
see if I magically got it back.
Gotcha. And as you do that, like the lightning arcing around it, it screams in pain, and this one seems to look around in a very confused fashion as it, even though it wasn't hit. It's weird. But yeah, anything else?
Nope, that's all I can do.
Okay. You did not drop the toaster into the water. That's what I was like, as long as it doesn't get a one, I won't do anything stupid here. I was just imagining lightning, basically like supercharging your shot and then fumbling it and dropping it into the water right next to you. All right.
Second, like, it's going to fucking happen because routinely, like, oh, it, like, my ability to get nat ones to completely, like, fuck over my, like, cool guy moments is uncanny.
Yeah, Balthazar, the thing is looking around very confused, and it looks like it might get ready to bail as well. The one you're holding on to. But you are not in the water.
All right.
Oh, okay, you are. All right.
Yep.
What would you like to do?
Kill it.
Okay, fair
Let's go
enough.
gambling.
All right.
All right,
11 does
23.
not hit. 23 does.
6 force. How's it feeling?
It's feeling like it's been mildly hurt.
All
Is
right.
there anything you would like to do before it starts, like maybe rocketing away with you clinging to one leg?
Yes, actually. I got a couple things up my sleeve. First, a flurry of blows.
Okay.
17 hits.
17 hits, yeah.
All right, 8 more.
All right.
All right, and with that last one, a stunning strike.
Well, I assume the 17 because an 11 doesn't hit, but
Oh yeah, 17. Yeah.
okay. Let's do a saving throw.
And I still keep forgetting what I need to roll, so I'm assuming it's 10 plus monk bullshit.
It's just the
8
saving throw
plus
is just,
proficiency bonus plus probably wisdom.
yeah, it's
All right.
I don't think it's super high, and it got a 19, so I think it's
It
shrugging
sadly
off.
did not. It sadly
Yeah.
passed.
Yeah.
Well, what if by enough it says I can't put another one?
You'd have to have another attack, yeah.
Well, luckily I had 3 to hits. Roll it
You
again.
had 2 that hit. What are you talking about? You
Well,
have
no.
23,
Okay. Maybe
17.
maybe two then. Okay. Rolled again.
Sure, why not? All right. How does a 16 treat you?
He meets, he beats.
Okay. Yeah, then he is going to start probably flying away pretty quick. But that hasn't happened yet. Who knows?
Yeah. So I guess with that, he gets
He
free
could
action.
swing up onto its back to try and do cool guy shit.
I don't know. I already used all my actions, so free
You
action,
did,
let
yeah.
go.
Okay, fair enough.
Free action, let go, and I don't know how far I'm off with the
You're
ground, but
20
I got
feet up.
monk. I got monk shit. I don't take.
Okay, sure. Is there like a key pointer? Is that, or is it like what is
I
it
think
exactly?
it's just skills off your level.
Okay, I'm fine with that. All right, then.
What scales with level?
The fall.
No, hold
the
on. Where
fall,
is
fall
it? Where
damage
is it?
thing. Feather
Except the wind
fall.
is that it? No.
Oh yeah, it's monk level times 10
Oh yeah, there it is.
Profile.
or 5. Sorry.
Yeah, 5 times your monk level.
So 7 times 5, 35.
Yeah, so you're good for 20 feet of falling. Okay. Then as you gently waft down to the water, pick what would you like to do? You're fluttering over the surface of the water. You just watched Purser majestically rocket up and then plummet down past you.
See, he was prepared.
All right.
Are they even still up? Like,
Yes.
I'm still alive.
Between the two of the creatures, which one looks worse?
This one looks worse. It does look like it's getting ready to bail. This
Okay.
one looks relatively unharmed, but it's also, seems more dedicated about all this.
Okay, then I will go after that one.
Yeah. We're almost done. I appreciate you being with us here.
I think my meds are wearing off.
Hmm.
Yeah, 4 hours.
Okay. Probably does not hit, but I'll use my inspiration. Why not?
Okay. 24 does hit. Yeah. You are able
Chitter at
to.
it and flap wings angrily, like fuck off.
It flaps its wings and screeches at you back as if it's replying to the fuck off. Doesn't seem to think much of fuck off.
And that is, I think, my entire excitement.
Okay. And it's this one's turn, and it is going to do as prophesized and fly 60 feet away, back towards the jungle, back towards its home. And Bemmy, would you like to try and scramble up onto one of the pieces of wreckage to maybe, get some footing for a shot?
Can I no longer fly?
That is correct.
You can no longer fly. You started to lift out of the water, and then for some reason, Purser decided to dive back into the water and drop the spell. Probably when he got mauled up in the air by the
Yeah, being
pterodactyl.
mauled by a pterodactyl will do it.
I'm just making sure. I'm just making
Yeah.
sure.
It's fair. It was a very useful moment.
See,
You're-
you knew I had a plan to fix that.
Yeah.
And you know what? Yeah, let's try to surf some of this wreckage.
Fair.
I'm getting out of the water. What? Never mind.
Acrobatics or athletics check to clamber up onto something.
Acrobatics. Wow.
Huh. It's
Hey,
close.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Nat ones on skill checks are not automatic
They're
failures.
not automatic. That's why so it's DC 12. I'm like, that's literally just, I have it written here. It's not, you're really close, but it's not quite. But you can't quite manage to get up on there.
Too
I-
slippery.
is
Yeah,
there anything else?
my hands aren't pruny enough for good grip. This fucking sucks. All right.
Poor Bemmy. I shouldn't say poor Bemmy is a fucking artillery cannon in the first round. It's just sometimes stuff happens.
No, that's fair. That's true. In the first round, things
You
die.
guys almost halved that dread race like the first round. He was like 2 points away from half before he got to do anything. I was like, Jesus.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Yep.
So,
Mhm.
what would you like to do, Bemmy?
Well, I feel like I can't attack.
Not with a longbow. It's pretty. I'm gonna say it's pretty hard to operate a longbow while swimming.
Okay,
But,
so how high up is this guy?
this one, it had to get where Purser was, so it's about 60 feet up. Right? That's how high you were. Yeah.
I end my turn.
Okay.
What the fuck am I gonna do, Sam?
I don't know. All right. Purser, what would you like to do?
Okay. Well,
I mean, on the upside, there's one of them left. Like, you guys have been reducing the number. It's just,
I'm gonna cast Earthbind on it.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. All right. What do we get? No whammy. Wow. Okay. All right. So 6, I don't think passes.
Okay.
And yeah. Safely
Flying speed
descends
is reduced to 0.
60 feet down.
That's That's not good.
He's 60 feet down to the ground.
It's okay.
I
It's
mean,
okay.
Luther could still shoot it.
You played video. Don't worry, they can handle it.
I think it'd be him too. I don't know if he wants to be in that shockwave.
Oh, I could
Um,
swim away. No, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be an arbitrary. You get electrocuted no matter what.
it's
So,
not an arbitrary. It's just lightning in the water, man. But yeah, it has sunk down, and it is like basically resting atop the water, looking outraged at you. Let's see. So it has flying speed if any is reduced to 0 for the spell's duration. Okay, airborne.
So,
Okay.
yeah, I'm just glaring at it, looking it straight in the eye, and I'm like holding the silvery chains in my other hand,
Okay.
just staring it down.
Okay. Yeah. It is its turn, and its flying speed is nothing, and that's not good. So it is going to do some stuff here. Move that over. It is going to drop its wild shape and return to, less wild shape thing. And she's going to drop into the water and start swimming downwards into the water. She can get 15 feet down. Yeah. Okay. And Ludger, what would you like to do?
okay. So, how far away is she now from
She's
me?
15 feet
Like,
down in the water, swimming away from you.
okay. And swimming speed is halved, right?
Swing speed is half your normal speed. Yep.
Shit. Um. Let's see what I can do.
We'll finish this round and call it for this session, everybody. Just for those of you who are maybe really sick and wait and hoping this ends soon.
I just don't want to take my NyQuil and get weird.
Yeah. It's fine. Like I said, I
Man,
appreciate you coming when you're sick.
Hey, if you took your NyQuil just in solidarity, I'd take like 3 edibles. Just so.
Oh, how
Oh
nice.
my.
Oh, it's good. We're
We just
gonna
have
do
a
that
weird
again,
session.
Zach. Okay, thanks.
Oh,
All right.
what a trooper! What a stand in solidarity.
Compared to when you ate half a tray of them one time. All
No,
right.
Then we
it's
fucking
not a
died.
tray. It was not a
Wanna what?
tray.
Wanna what? No. I am going to move and dash to catch up to this person. Like, can't do anything, but I am going to send a fucking message.
You
I mean,
forget there's a monk in the water. I have like 2 billion movement speed. Doesn't matter if you have it.
and
Yeah, but yeah,
Ludger, you're not running out of breath. That's what I'll say. You feel pretty comfortable down there.
that's.
Uh,
I will stay here underwater with her all the way fucking back to that town.
so, sorry. What'd you like to do?
Kill.
Okay.
All right, I have 40 feet of movement. I'm pretty sure.
Sure. I mean,
40,
you would know that. I
45.
would not.
45. So yeah, write it down. Yeah, 20 swim speed.
Okay. And remember, she's 15 feet down.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I'll just go down diagonally. Now I'm still within the reach of her.
Okay.
And this is the priest that attacked us, right?
It seems like she might have been attacking you, assuming she had anything to do with the, pterodactyl that was, she seems to have melted into.
Yeah.
And the death threats.
Yeah.
There's no rats here. She didn't use anything. She doesn't have access to that level of
All
power.
right. Yep. I say that's a violation of the NAP.
Okay, those
15 force.
that hits. Yeah, for the 20 hits.
And I'm assuming I'm gonna say these are gonna be unarmed. I don't want to kill their fucking priest.
Okay,
Or
okay.
not unarmed. They're gonna be non-lethal.
Non-lethal. Gotcha.
All right, flurry of blows. 2 more.
Okay.
1 more. So
8
that'll
does
be
not hit, but the other one does.
18 to 24 total force.
Okay. Take that off. She's definitely injured here. Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
I mean, technically you're underwater now, but given how long it takes you to drown in D&D in turn
It
order,
takes.
I'm
We
not
have
gonna
like 10.
really. Yeah, yeah.
No.
You have like
I
20
looked
rounds
up
or some shit.
drowning in
Yeah.
Pathfinder is actually a problem. This it's not.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna keep track of it unless you guys decide to say you're gonna like frog march her back, and in which case only Ludger can manage that for some reason. All right, pick. She is into water. I don't know if your little moth wings feel comfortable diving into the water. That might not be fun.
Absolutely not water bad. I don't think I'm gonna go after it. Also, I
Yeah.
don't really want to hurt her. Like, even if she was spicy, Pick is like, no.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
That's bad.
You had actually met her before. She was a pretty reasonable person before the plague.
Well, it hurts people, and Pick doesn't blame her.
I mean, she did watch her almost entire community.
Yeah, she's got sympathy for her, and just like it's okay that she's racist a little bit. She's just got some stuff to work through, and doesn't have any desire to hurt her. So I think she's just gonna hold. Maybe
Okay.
I'm trying to see if there's anything I could do, but I think that Balthazar
Heal
wants to go
Purser?
after her.
He
And
might want it.
Yeah, I can heal Purser. I'll
Purser's
heal
taking a
Purser.
few lumps.
Looking a little rough, buddy.
No
We'll
one
go
for some
over
reason attacks me though.
and give
I
him
mean,
some pets. Or some pets.
people do when you're in range. It's just usually they have priority on like the person who just shot them 86
Wow.
times or.
Enjoy. I'm
Hey,
sorry, buddy.
Hey, say 10 sneak damage.
Yeah. You take 8 damage. No, Purser, you are 2 points healthier. Cool. Bemmy, that lady looked familiar, and she just swam down in the water, and you see, like, you can see the shapes of your friends like grabbing and or beating on her. Zach, you with us, bud?
Sorry, yeah, I was muted. That lady looks familiar?
Yeah. You guys met her in the village. She was the one who said, they're working with those northern devils type thing. She's that priestess lady. Selenar. She was the one. It was, one of those big winged bird things turned into her, and she swam down a bit when she couldn't fly anymore.
Can't say. I could give her a deal with me, Ma.
You could. Right now she's currently being like beaten underwater, so I don't know. It might be hard to establish contact. She's
Well,
15 feet below the surface, along with Balthazar and Luger, who both were like, no, bro. Like they
No,
both
I'm
ran
doing
after her.
We were
non-lethal.
minding your own business. We are diplomats on a mission, and we get jumped. No, but at the very least, she's like,
I'm using
you're
non-lethal.
sending a fucking message.
I'm doing non-lethal. I don't want to kill their head of church here.
you know what? Fuck it. This is
To
what's
be
happening.
fair, they didn't like you got the impression that like maybe the reason they assigned guards was explicitly for her. Like they were probably trying to avoid incidents.
Well, they didn't
I
help.
feel like not swimming anymore, and I'm casting rope trick. I don't want to do this like this right now.
Yank her out.
That's fair. That is fair.
We can swim. Yank her out.
Rises 60 feet up, one end, boom. Here, I'm gonna just fucking.
Fair enough.
I'm doing this, and I'm gonna climb up this rope, and I'm gonna be like, okay, I have an hour to at least figure out
Not
where I'm
be
gonna
in the
cast
water.
this next. Where am I-
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. That is not. You know what? I'm gonna put a thing on Bemmy here, so that I know he's 60 feet. Or how many feet up? You went up
Anybody? Yeah.
60 feet long.
From. Yep, it's 60 feet up, and it's what?
Can be
I
reached by
mean,
climbing to the top of the rope. Okay, so you could climb 30 feet up, right? Am I getting that right? Yeah, yeah.
sure.
Climbing speed is half. You dash, you get up there. There's one action. Still, you could get 15 feet up, no problem. Because okay, cool.
It can hold up to 8 people.
Right. Yep. You're 15 feet up on the rope. Okay. I think you're the only person I've ever seen use that spell. I like it. It's just always kind of niche. Um, Purser, what would you like to do?
I'll just cast Hold Person on her.
It's fair. Just like hold your head above water and kind of squint as you look down. All right.
Mhm.
Cool. Oh, nice. And it's with the wand, so the DC is higher. I like that. All right.
Yep.
Let's bring up her sheet now since she's not using that thing's stats for that stuff anymore. Well,
She'd be
she was using
using
it
her
before.
wisdom
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah. All right. Wow. Okay. 15, even with all that plus. So she is paralyzed. That's a good
Mhm.
symbol. Yeah, things went bad for her it was looking good for a bit. What's a good? There we go. We'll use like net. Okay. So with that, I'm gonna call it to an end tonight. Uh, just because, like I said, I know it has been an ordeal for you,
It was
Yell. I
still
appreciate
fun.
you coming.
Mm.
Stop.